Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Yo, dudes. Good morning, everyone. Stage 6. Thursday, August 27th. Vuelta Espana, guys. That's what we're doing today. Chat's open. I can see you guys chatting while you're... Yeah, guys, sorry for the late delay here because video here says starts at 10 to 7. And to be honest, I woke up feeling like pure garbage today. Had a rough day and a half. Nothing to do with the last 8 months, but just, dudes, I got up, did the stream yesterday. Let's take a look at the what's going on in the race first. There was a breakaway earlier today. Calzone was up there. Who was it all? 3 riders went on the break. Peloton's pulled it all back. Everyone's watching really close today. So it looks like Fortunato got points on the category 2. Buitrago, Fortunato, and would it be Calzone? Stefan Kuhn. So they brought it all back by then. We're taking on our next category 3 of the day. Let me jump in here and I'll get you live. Wind's coming out of the south, straight out of the south, about 22 kilometers an hour. That might impact the race a little bit. Okay, so Dave here. Dave, I'm going to jump back here. Dave was asking earlier, while we're waiting, has anyone tried the Zwift Cog virtual shifters? Rivi had them on offer, half price a few weeks ago. I must admit, I do like them. Dave, are you referring to this? Are you referring to these? These doohickeys? Clicky, 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 clicky. Dave, these are the actual Zwift virtual shifters that they're actually Zwift branded on the back too. And dudes, what you do with these, you can see the little rubber thing here. You wrap them around your handlebars. And this orange piece here is basically where your shifters would be on your bike. Up, down. Same on the other side. There's 2 sets of these, and they have buttons on them too that helps you control the features of the Zwift world. I hate calling it the Zwift game. If you think it's a game, try Zwift out. Just try it. It's a real workout. Trust me. It helps you control the shifting and stuff like that. So Dave's talking about going Zwift Virtual Cog. Yeah, dudes, that's where, so instead of mechanically shifting, even if you're electronically shifting through your cassette on your bike, Di2, whatever SRAM calls it, you basically stick it in one gear. I think they say use your big chain ring and about your middle cassette. And what it does is at that point, you're going to virtually shift by like adding 10 watts resistance or reducing 10 watts resistance, which is going to simulate extra gearing. So I think that's what Dave's talking about. Yeah, also makes swapping bikes on the trainer a lot less bothered. Absolutely, dude. Oh, Railsing, hello, rants incoming. Wow. Also, Josh Tarling abandons. What? Wow. Yeah, he just abandoned 1 minute ago. So Tarling abandoned. I think there was another. Oh, Keon Uderbrooks we know is out. Actually, I heard yesterday, guys, them talking. Keon Uderbrooks had a broken bone in his ankle. So, you know, we said he's had a poor year. Poor year becomes negative talk about him. What's going on with him? We were talking about Zhao the same way. You never really know what these riders are going through. So, yeah, he's trying to ride with a broken bone in his ankle, which is just insane. Dudes, the stage today is 178 kilometers long. We got a whack of climbing here. We've got a gravel section coming up, which I only noticed this morning. It's on the final climb of the day, the Bartolo, 9.4 kilometers at 7%. There is a gravel section coming up. Live stream for me starts in about 17 minutes here. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know what, I need to chill. So yeah, dudes, we did the live stream yesterday. Now we're going back to Colin's life, which people hate. We did the live stream. Finished at 9:30. Brushed my teeth. Do the things. Grab the wallet. Run. Grab some tools. Run. Got to Troshu. I didn't get there till about 20 after 11. I had to get some parts. Was there till 12:30. So said hi to the tenant. Hung out with her. The nicest lady on the planet. I'll tell you that for sure. And some of the curtain rods were crappy. They've just been up there, you know. So I fixed them all up. Got some really good plugs to put in there. Kind of an interesting design too. They work really well. So I think I fixed 3 curtain rods for her. I hauled a shelf into I'd actually left her property, was at the gas station. Luckily I needed fuel. I would have been 5 minutes down the road already, like, you know, 4 or 5 miles, whatever it is. And yeah, I was pumping gas. She goes, "Oh, Colin, I forgot to ask you. I have a shelf I need brought in. Can you help me?" Sure can. Went back, hauled it in by myself, set it up for her. She's all set. Came home, dudes, grabbed a sub sandwich on the way home. Ate that. And I don't know if it was because I hadn't eaten one thing all day until that sub sandwich. I passed out around 2:30. Passed out. Slept till about 4:15. Woke up. And then this morning, I felt so rough this morning. So I don't know if I'm kind of like fighting my way through something right now. So tears and sympathy for Inside Cycling World over here, guys. Yeah, so the rants will be incoming here. Dudes, 62 lurkers as we speak. Dudes, also too here, don't forget we got the pin map on. Vigilante Designs. Where does VD live, guys? Where does VD live? Because he sent me a message yesterday saying, "Hey, I saw someone lives in New Mexico. How cool is that?" Well, Ponderosa Pine podcast, Glenn lives there. I don't know where Vigilante Design lives. I could probably look him up on here. But he did say to me, he sent me 3 messages. He goes, "Why are you paying for that website when you could just use this?" When you can just use this, guys. Yeah, so you can just use Google Earth to do all this. So right now we have the ICW compound. It will forever be known as the ICW compound. And then we have the 10x10 cube. It is a downgrade for sure. Here is the home of the 10x10 cube, guys. Yeah, docks away. That is actually the house I currently live in right there. Right there, this one. Here's the canal. Actually, Google Earth got better imagery too. It's kind of a funky little neighborhood. I think, guys, these canals are all, you know, man-made. They're kind of like, they're a little bit swampy, but whatever. But you can see there's walking paths on one side. And then the other side, the Primo ones get their own little shorefront homes. People do boat around in little paddle boats. People kayak in your paddleboard. It's kind of, I would live here for sure. I would buy here and live here for sure. Some neat little parks. But dude, so I may take the time and go through and redo the entire pin map here. There's a lot better pin options. So I think we're going to be doing that, guys. I think we're doing that. Dudes, we've currently covered 60 kilometers. We still have 117 to go here. We are starting the next climb right away. We will be going through more olive lands. We're taking a hard left-hander coming up in the distance here, just beside some farmer's house. It's the middle of nowhere here. Heading up into the hillside again. Next climb is the Col de Bandereta, 4.5 kilometers at 7% gradient. Let's get it on. Shaka Khan, dialed in the pipe, 5x5. So yeah, as I had my little power nap yesterday, I think I slept through most of the Avengers. And I woke up near the end. I'm like, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And probably not going to even finish watching it. I'm going to jump to the next movie. I'm trying to get all caught up in the Marvel Universe here. So there we go. It's now saying we have 17 riders in the break, guys. So we've got a little group going out. Yep, situation. 17 riders have just formed a small break in the last 30 seconds. Live chat. I'm kind of wondering here if everything's working well. The live chat looks very dead right now. Very dead. Someone give me something in the live chat to work with here so I know you're here. Colin's trying to figure out. I am streaming. Is everything live? I think everything's live. Sure it is. Okay, I guess everyone's quiet. Aaron's grabbing a coffee. He's giving another French press. Rail, very quiet. Rail, we need some stories today. Everyone pile in. Yeah, we got people here. I can see the number slowly going up. Guys, so yeah, it's Thursday morning for me here. Could barely, I think I woke up at 3 and I'm like, dude, stop waking up so early. Dudes, my days are getting earlier and earlier. And I feel like I've been doing this since last summer. My body is tuned in now to just getting up as early as possible every day. And I'm not really a big fan of it anymore. Like even CX racing, I had to get up super early. All through the winter, all through the spring here, getting up early every day. Like not 5 a.m. We're talking 3:30, 3 a.m. every day. By 9 p.m., I am just absolutely finished. Yeah, Dave. So if that's what you're talking about, Dave, these things, they're worth it. They're worth it. Yeah, just get yourself a training bike. That's what I do, Dave. So I've got my Kona, Jake the Snake inside. That bike, not recently, lately, it's gone outside a few times. So yeah, it's a pain. Take the wheel off, put the wheel on, blah, blah, blah. Keep an outside bike. I would like to get another gravel bike. I love this shirt. Bing Bong. Dude, awesome. I love how you said that. Homie Demand, Bing Bong, Roy Kloffenstein, did you take your placebo? Dude, just some coffee and just a little bit of like shaking whatever was in my brain out. Jim from Vegas is saying Poggy by 2 minutes today. Saw a cool thing yesterday. They were talking about La Vuelta's over outside of these reasons, crash, sickness, bowl of cherries the night before. He forgets to start his Strava, goes back to the start line, misses the time cutoff, perhaps rides in a gravel section and crashes, smashes his face into the ground. We don't know. I'm sure we can think of lots of times in the past where the leader of a race has crashed out. Not that we want that, but it does happen in racing. This is called bike racing. This is definitely bike racing, and you can crash out at any time. We've seen probably one of the best bike handlers of all time. I would say Peter Sagan. We've seen him crash. I can't even remember what stage that was, but yeah, maybe I don't even know if it was Paris-Roubaix or not. Yeah, on a cobbled corner, crashed really hard, right into the fans. I think he got hung up on a fan, actually. Yeah, dude, so I got to get myself better here today because I need to get on the bike. I couldn't even get on the bike yesterday. Could not even get on the bike. Gravel today could be a problem. Yeah, dudes, we're going to see that later. Again, I've got no coverage right now outside of what you're seeing here. We'll jump back into this one here. So yeah, dudes, pin map could be migrating from this over to this, where we can use Google Earth and we can explore more things together. Here's Albuquerque, New Mexico itself. I think when I fly to Cabo a lot, I think I'm flying directly over Albuquerque. And then Tucson. Tucson's over here. Yeah, it's Tucson's the one I see. They have tons of irrigation, the round irrigation fields. What are these all about? What's this? Salt flats, I guess. Okay. Kind of interesting. So we might be doing... So, dude, what I'm going to plan on doing here, I wonder if in the virtual pin map I can export this layer. I can share it. Share this map. What's it going to do? Share. It'd be nice if I could share this map to Google Earth and just recreate it. If not, dudes, I'm going to hand recreate everything for you. So I'll be doing that. Looks like the Peloton's all back together. Rail saying the entire last climb is a problem. UCI doesn't care about safety. The descent is flat out dangerous. Get it on. Shaka Khan. This is La Vuelta. It's different. It's weird. Dial in, folks. Dial in. Early days here, guys. Only 87 people in the chat. But the Vuelta always surprises me, guys. It always surprises me. So we are all back together here. We're going to bounce into the Vuelta website itself. 138 kilometers remaining, it looks like. This is not correct. This is way behind. I'm surprised it doesn't refresh there. Here we're coming up on the second climb of the day, the category 3. I've already taken on the category 2. 114.1 kilometers remaining. The entire peloton is together. It's about 30 degrees Celsius, so 87 Fahrenheit. Winds are quite strong. 25k an hour average speed, so they're gusting. Good morning, cycling family, from Mr. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Folks, Ted, I was just saying how the virtual pin map may migrate over to Google Earth. Could be doing that. We might be doing that. So where is... let me have a look here. Mr. DiBiase right there. I'm trying to get this pinpointed in my brain. Okay, you're due south of Mount San Antonio. You're somewhere around here, dude. Mount San Antonio, which is not showing up here right now. Yeah, you're out here somewhere. I don't know. You're at this golf course every day. Just hitting the links. You know. Wow, look at the shopping area. Yeah, dude, so I'm probably going to migrate over to Google Earth if I can do as many pins as I want. It doesn't indicate any pin maximum capacity. So I'll probably do that. And then we got prettier maps, I think. And I can explore more. So, dudes, trucking right along. Peloton's all together, 114 kilometers to go. We'll resume tracking here. Third coffee of the day. Max gradient coming up. It looks like 10% gradients. It's only 5 kilometers long, this climb. So it's going to be up and down all day. Sprint point coming up. I was wondering what that blue dot was on the profile, which you guys can't see right now because my face is in the way. But I really like being in the bottom right. I don't know why. That blue little dot, which you guys can't see. I'm going to show it to you guys right now. Okay. What I'll do maybe is I'll move the camera over. Yeah, let's throw me down there. Good enough. Now you can see the blue little dot in the bottom right-hand profile. That is the gravel section coming up. Now, if I look at it on PCS here, I got to imagine 2, maybe 3 kilometers of gravel. I haven't seen it. I didn't read anything about it yet. In fact, I didn't even know about it until now. Good morning from SoCal. This is Craig again. Craig Catamon. Craig, I think you're on the pin map. I think you are. I think we put you on yesterday. And Craig, we will be migrating to... There's Craig. I just threw him in Pasadena yesterday. Oh yeah, I did. I think I got that right, didn't I? Wasn't it Paradise Hills or something like that? Or was that someone else? Dude, I'd love to live here. Living the life in LA, greater LA. Come on. Actually, I'd be more over here. Yeah. I'd be more in this part of the world. Indio. Wow. Oh my God, dudes. Me and Joey Jojo went there together in 2023 for the Power Trip. The Power Trip concert. Greatest concert I've ever seen. 6 bands over 3 nights. And we're talking biggies too. We're talking biggies. We could discuss the Power Trip. Bicycle Monkey from the Sioux in Northern Ontario. He is on the pin map. Jeff Perry is back from Myanmar. Dudes, thank you for being here. Jeff, what time at night is it there? Jeff from Myanmar is back. It must be quite late for you, dude. I got to imagine you're 14, 15 hours ahead minimum. I'm guessing. So, dude, is it tomorrow? No, you're like 10, 11 o'clock at night. You might even be later than that, dude. I think Japan is like 15 hours. I believe so. Yeah, guys, so yeah, after I had my little coma yesterday on the couch, woke up, I got busy doing some work, got the lease ready, called my contacts, no answers. Like, dudes, you need to re-sign your lease. Started working on another one for a girl who needs a month-to-month lease. She can't access her mail anymore. So she needs an active lease, so I got to get that going for her. Phone calls. I'm waiting to go up to the new properties to take more pictures. I've got pictures. They're only of the outside. No one can really see how nice these places are inside yet. The owner builder is like, dude, I got to get it cleaned up first. I'm like, I know. I can't rent them out unless you clean it up, dude. Dudes, I'm going to have an early nature break today. Yeah, be right back. All right, dudes, back inside the 10 by 10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. And no matter what, we're getting on the bike today. I'm going to do that 50 kilometer ride today. Howdy from Craig here. Howdy, hi. Dudes, quick question here for anyone. I am on an iPhone, and I'm finding with my property manager world that it's now absolutely exploding in my face, that I'm constantly writing notes, this, that, the next thing. I'm getting leads. Hey, you need to call this guy. Hey, so-and-so needs this done, blah, 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 blah. Is there anything built into the iPhone, either through the iPhone infrastructure or whatever you want to call it, or maybe Google, that I can use as kind of like a day timer? Instead of me going out and getting a day timer with every date, is there like a note system tied to a calendar? And what would be really good is if I can just talk. Okay, call Joe Schmo by 3 p.m. today, get him to sign his lease. Is that built in somewhere? So it could be Google, it could be iPhone, it could be whatever. Just let me know what you guys are doing for your lives. Whatever it is you guys do for your lives. I'd love to know what everyone does here. I'd love to know what your background is. We got a break going again here. Santiago Buitrago. There's going to be riders trying to get these points. George Bennett from NSN. Andres Kron, we saw on the break yesterday for Uno X. So he's feeling racy. And Gis Lemeris for Team Picnic Post NL. Mr. DiBiase, use your calendar and there's a note system with alarm and a checklist. So, Mr. DiBiase, is that the calendar that's built into iPhone? Because on my phone, you know what, guys, you know what it's like using an iPhone? You've got the iPhone version of everything that's Google. Should I just stick with Google? You know? Or I'm thinking I should. So DiBiase's saying use the calendar and there's a note system with alarm and a checklist. Okay. Just let me know which one, how you're doing it. Like, guys, I have millions of phone numbers in my head right now. Like just notes after notes. Some random dude's mom called me. He's looking for a place in Old, so I've called them back. But I'd like to get it as notes on my phone instead of just a random piece of paper that's floating around in my life, right? That I'm going to throw out by accident. Leases to sign, lease renewals, leak at a property. The poly B broke right at the water supply. I've got that diagnosed and I got it fixed as of yesterday. But dude, I'd like to get that all kind of compartmentalized. The note system is called reminders, and yes, the regular calendar. So again, dude, Ted, just like in the iPhone, I'm going to look right now. So I use notes a lot in iPhone. I don't use the iPhone calendar a lot though. Maybe I'll start doing that. I guess I'm going to explore today. I'll try that. Because dude, I really need to stay on top of it. Like, this job is basically, like I said, kind of file jockey, emergency fire putter outer. Where are we heading here now, guys? That's our terrain right now. Trucking along. Whoa. Kind of getting a little bit funky with the controls there, guys. Resume tracking. I zoomed out too far, sorry. Eddie's asking, is this the first gravel in a Grand Tour this year? No, Eddie, I think we had gravel at the Giro. I think we had a gravel segment at the Giro. Who remembers that? Ted saying, yes, they are already installed on your phone. Okay, dude. I guess I'm going full iPhone infrastructure then. And I'll try to do that. Yeah, because, dude, I'd love to just take notes. And I do a lot of talking. I find that the iPhone is really good for talk to text. I use that all the time. All the time. So I'm going to start using that today. Instead of carrying around a wad of paper. I still will have a wad of paper. But I thought, you lose the book. You tear the piece of paper out. So I want it all better documented. Dudes, over on PCS, here's our situation. We're over the top of that Category 3 climb. Says there was just an attack here by Carlos Canal of Movistar. Points, we haven't seen any points yet, but they would have been snatched up by probably Buitrago, Bennett, and Krohn, I would imagine. Over the top of that climb there. Just waiting to see if we've got any points coming through yet. Yeah, no points coming through yet over the Col de la Bandereta. 28 degrees Celsius at the top of the climb there. Intermediate sprint coming up in a little while. Will Hayter try to go again? Will Hayter take a... Waiting for video feed to see if he's hiding in the cars again. I'd love to see him doing that again. Just hiding away all day. Waiting for to jump out of the bunch. Take off. Win the sprint by 30 seconds. This should be live. This should be live now. Watch live. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Yep. We do have live video feed for anyone around the world. It is on now. Rail saying, as I mentioned previously, the descent to me is are super dangerous. Okay, dude, we're gonna be watching all the way today. Ooh. I'm not really sure what Drew's talking about. And as you cross the wilderness, spinning in your emptiness, you feel you have to pray, looking for a sign that the universal mind has written you into the passion play. What is that, dude? What is that? Colin, what was the surprise yesterday from the stage? Brennan winning, not a surprise. Wout going early, not a surprise. For me, the surprise yesterday was Hayter's tactics. I guess that was a surprise for me. Like to hide in the team cars, virtually doing nothing all day, riding on the back, and then making that jump and actually getting the points. They let him get away to get those points. Dudes, on camera right now, 2, 4, 6, 8. I think there's about 9 riders in this front group right now. 106 kilometers to go. We do have a group of about 9 riders in the front group here. Waiting to see Mads Pedersen come out to play still, guys. So let me do this and get this zoomed out here now. Lidl Trek, Kofidis, looks like Ineos is there too. Actually, there's 4 up front with 9 chasers right now. Buitrago, Bennett, Krohn, and Lemeris for Team Picnic. And I think there's 9 chasing them. 6, 8... 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's 9 chasers right here. Trying to see where the front 4 are right now. There's all sorts of terracing here for all these olive trees in the area. And here we go. Now it's showing up. So we got our front 4. Talked about those dudes. Here's our chasing group of 9. Who they're not indicating any riders, but there's 9 riders in this group. And then it's 10 seconds back to the peloton. GC peloton, 10 seconds back. In total, it's about 22 seconds from the front to Poggy right now. I believe we have at least 1 Visma rider in the second group on the road. And just right away, I want to say this, Vote. Just from a long shot, the helmet color looked more whitey than anything else. I think whitey, silvery. I think Red Bull. Remember, I'm helicopter shots, so I'm trying to judge this here from a long ways away. Jethro Tull. Okay, Jethro Tull. Dude, I saw you say Tull at the front. I'm like, is that what we're talking about? Rail saying the final climb is right above Deserto de las Palmas. Historically, when the Volta was in Castellon, it always took that climb. However, today, the last climb is novelty. Dude, we love novelty. Anti-dominance and pure chaos on the channel. We love that. We need chaos and anti-dominance every day. Uh-huh. Looks like the rider here for Lido Trek is number 8. And... that can't be right. It's 8. Hang on, dudes. So, all over the place. Trek is in the 80s. And it's either, I thought it would be either 85 or 88. He's the last rider in line here, so I can't see his face. So it's either Jacopo Mosca or it's Mads Pedersen. That's my guess in that group. To be honest, doesn't look big enough to be Pedersen. Again, from a camera motorbike. Here's our 4 up front. Yeah, dudes, shrubberies, busheries here. Very scrubby, if you want to call it that. Again, low rainfall here for sure. Very dry, very hot all the time. And kind of high speed movement here now. We are actually cooking along here. Average speed right now of the race is 41.4k an hour. It looks like these 4 are working really nicely together. Yep, they are working nicely together. I'm noticing a little bit of a mini echelon here forming. I think the winds must be coming from the right-hand side, just the way they're taking turns coming through here. Remember, there's a chasing group of 9. And actually, look at this here right away. Dudes, I was probably 4,000 feet up in that helicopter, zoomed in watching it. It was Wout van Aert in that second group. All yellow, and you could just see the shine off the helmets. It's the non-Red Bull helmet that he wears. So that really stuck out. And even if they are all wearing the same helmet, which they're not, they're wearing yellow helmets, you would expect Wout to be up there. They got Mads Pedersen at 105, so maybe Mads wasn't in that group either. He is number 88 for Lidl Trek. We just discussed him. What I'll do here is we're going to bounce back again here. 4 riders in the break, 10 riders in the chase at 25 seconds with the Peloton Poggy group, red jersey, only 10 seconds behind the second chase group. So that's probably going to merge back together. I'm sure these 4 up front were waiting for those 10 to get up to them. That's probably not going to be allowed now. With Wout being in that second group, maybe Pedersen being there, but Pedersen's not. He's out the back. Group was probably looking too strong for Poggy. He didn't want them to go up the road. Rail says, I've been up those roads on Street View. And a couple of years ago, I dreamt a Volta Valenciana or Vuelta Espana finish atop that final climb. But I would never thought of using the final climb as a pass with some random dirt goat tracks. Dude, that's the beauty of La Vuelta. Yeah, 9 riders in the group. Oh, Ethan Hayter's in this group, guys. Ethan Hayter is in the second group on the road right now. Second group, it's almost the Peloton though. We've got an Ineos rider here, Q36.5. Looks like Alpecin is present. Might have a Movistar rider there too. Lidl Trek rider is on the front. So Hayter's sitting about 4th. Dude, he's doing what Mads Pedersen did last year. He's got to fight for every stinking intermediate. Yeah, he's got to fight for every intermediate since he got ripped off. Rail saying to me the final climb today is completely unnecessary. However, it will cause chaos. It will cause chaos that we so enjoy here on the channel. That road looked twisty like the Isle of Man TT. Dude, that's something I really want to go see one day. I really want to go see the Isle of Man TT. Jim from Las Vegas is saying, watching Peacock, Vidar says there's 2 races today, Poggy and the race for second. Absolutely, dude. I think there's going to be a big race for green jersey. Remember, it got ripped away from Hayter a couple days ago. Poggy got some... yeah, well, you know, he was in that long break by himself, so he got the green jersey points. Here's the pursuers. Wout. Let's see. That group of 9's getting bigger, and I think Wout's in this group right now. It sure looks like it to him to me. Yellow, got the weird different colored helmet on. Let me have a good look here, guys. Where's Hayter now? If this is the hater group, I can't tell anymore. Okay, so they're saying there's 10 riders, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm counting 12 riders in this group right now. If this is the pursuing group, and now I can't see hater anymore. Where is he? There is an opposite rider here. There is a Movistar here. EF Education's here. Lotto Intermarché, Soudal Quickstep, Equipo Kern Pharma in the mix too. And they're saying that's the green jersey group, but I do not see him anymore. So I'm going to come back here and see if we can get this all figured out. Quite a dynamic, active situation on the road. This group is changing now. They're saying there's 12 riders there as well. That's what I just counted. Mehdi Brannon, okay, so he is with Axel Lawrence and Matt Spinner. There are multiple groups out there, guys. I gotta get this figured out. Yeah, it's all over the place now, guys. So Hader is actually behind Poggy right now. So that group they kept showing, dudes, they've been bouncing around saying the Pursuers, the second group. Hader's with Pedersen in a group that's behind Poggy right now. Brennan and Pedersen, and I'm sure there's more than just the two of them. Our front group is 4 riders: Bennett, Buitrago, Lemreis, and Kron. The chasing group, 2 riders, Peo Bilbao and Carlos Canal. Blanco from Movistar. I think there's that group of 2, I think, is actually the 12 riders with Vout. Let's just let it settle down and see what happens here, because it's all over the place right now. Remember, it's 17 seconds from the front group to the chasers. It's only 7 seconds to the peloton. So these groups keep changing all the time. Speed is going up too. We're now rolling along. Average speed went from 41.4 out to 42.5k an hour in just a few minutes here. So the speed is really getting up there. Temperature's going up too. Rail saying safety of the riders will always be above chaos and anti-domination. Chance for Poggy to fall down, though, bro. Chance for Poggy to fall down. Could happen. Who's the best bike handler? Who is the best Highlander? So Rail saying he thinks the stage is too dangerous today, the descent. Yeah. Well, if so, they'll end up neutralizing the race, and then this race will be for nothing again. 97.5 kilometers to go. They're in a feed zone here. The front 4 have been caught by a chase group, and it is Wout van Aert here. So I know these 4, Bennett, Kroon, Lemreis, and Buitrago, spot on. The chasing group of 12 has now bridged onto them, and Wout is 100% there, guys. Okay. So the hater group they kept showing before, which I thought was second on road, is actually 4th on the road. And looking back, I can see the peloton in the distance. They are saying it's... I'm going to refresh this, guys, because it's not showing it correctly. Usually this is a lot better at refreshing. So there's 16 riders in the front group. We got some power up here. And Wout is doing the right thing. He goes straight to the front. Didn't grab a bottle. Didn't grab a bag. Keeps pushing the pace. As everyone else is kind of like refueling, slowing down. Wout's saying, no, we got to push now. The peloton's only maybe 150 meters back. 200 meters back. These dudes are just around the corner, up ahead on the road. That's our situation. Okay, that's good. 16 riders, that's perfect. You can see the peloton right here. Let's get some camera shots back. Riders jumping out of the peloton right now. They know this is a strong move up the road. Can UAE counter everything today? Busheries, common knowledge. Okay. Reading on. Let's go, Don. Let's go. Don, you got the orange bike. Dave says, forgot to refresh. That was one. Hey, Dave, I was talking about before. Dave, if you're here right now, Dave, I was talking about the Zwift shifters. Is this what you were talking about earlier, if anyone uses them? I used to. All the time. I didn't even use them for virtual shifting, because I don't think the Zwift cog was supported on my Tax Neo at the time. Maybe it is now. But dude, I just like even using these things for the controls. And again, I used it for Zwift, so it's totally different. But Rock on Shaka Khan for the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and larger pipes now. We have larger pipes. We got a lot of fresh breezes. We do actually have a fresh breeze out there. So this breakaway is trying to get away with musette bags over their shoulders, and it looks like the peloton's hauling them back now. It's groups. The peloton's being driven back to the breakaway by other people in the peloton saying, we got to get in the break. The breakaway was like, dudes, leave us alone. We're trying to do something here. You're just bringing Poggy and the boys back up. On camera now, I do see Mads Pedersen. So there is the actual first sign of Mads today. So yeah, that was him earlier today too, but he was in a chasing group. He's just jumped back into the GC peloton right now. So we're in the main peloton here. Pedersen's back. Hayter's probably back. Wow, it's nuts up here at the front. Now we have 5 riders in a front group, pursued by the 11. Peloton, guys trying to jump up to the front here. Smash Fest, guys. It looks like really active racing out, and you can see all the road tape, the tape they used to block the roads, just completely blowing sideways here. This could get a little rough, guys. I'm gonna have a little look here and just see where we're at. Here we go, dudes. They're setting up for echelons right now. It's coming. We're a little ways to go to it, but you can see the profile here. Sorry, the map. We're driving directly into a headwind right now. So the brake and the peloton are driving into roughly a 30-kilometer-an-hour headwind, so 18, 19 miles an hour. Almost 20 miles an hour there. Down the road, though, here, they're going to take a turn to the southeast. They'll be traveling in a southeast direction with the winds coming directly across their right shoulder. Strong winds from the southwest in this exposed environment here out through the countryside. Echelons are coming, bros. I'm putting money on it today. Echelons are coming in this segment here. There's a chance. There's a chance here for echelons to form. Yeah, then it goes back to a headwind. So there's a small chance it can form through here before the sprint point. Okay, that's going to be really cool to see that go down. And again, dudes, you can see right now, 16 riders. It's still saying back to 16. These guys need to get focused in that front group. 37 seconds down. That looks like Guillaume Martin there in that front group. Okay, dude, looking good. Aaron asks, was Tarling injured or did he abandon for the obvious reason? It's a shame we will not have to see. We don't get to see him on stage 18. Dude, I haven't heard why he abandoned. I just read the report. I think it was Rail that mentioned it here too. Gonna keep reading on, guys. Yeah, he ripped his green bibs. Aaron, yeah. That's where Hayter was talking about that. He had to cut. I guess they cut or he ripped it with his bare hands like the Hulk himself because he was riding in extra small bib shorts. How is Sepp doing? Where's Benny? Benny, he's hidden away somewhere. We're not really sure where these days. Yeah, dude, Mr. DiBiase, I don't think a lot of people realize how fast these guys are moving until you see side shots. They're moving. Oh, dude, totally. Like, guys, average speed 42. So they're just rolling along at 25, 26 miles an hour all day. All day. And on these flats, they're moving a lot quicker than that. That's 42k an hour based on those hill climbs, where they're probably only doing 20, 25k an hour. And then it all speeds up. Gadoosh. Ponderosa Pines podcast. They only had a extra small skin suit for Hayter, and he didn't want to miss the opportunity to wear it, so he ripped the legs to fit. Yeah, dude, it was crazy, especially when we watched it, Glenn. I saw the right leg, and I kept saying, I think he's been in a crash, but I don't see any damage. I go, kind of weird that his one right leg's ripped. Later in the race, I saw the other leg get ripped. He said it was cutting off blood flow, which you can easily imagine that. Aaron's asking, will Decathlon pretend Poggy's not here and try to nuke the last climb for Gall and then watch Poggy dust him? Okay. We, the Inside Cycling World Steering Committee, do submit this demand to the UCI. Henceforth, all Grand Tours will implement dedicated jerseys for second and third place GC riders. think about it. I like that idea, Drew. I like it. Rail saying Salvadelli or Nibali would love today's stage. Yeah, dudes, I don't mind. I get it. Okay? But I don't mind the technical descents because that's their advantage. Right? You know, I discuss this all the time. They've limited TTs so that the current GC stars can win the races, because if you put long TTs in, they wouldn't be winning these races, or it would make it a lot more difficult for them at minimum. Throw a 60, 70 kilometer TT in there and watch Remco just ravage the GC riders. That's what would happen. Technical descents, that's part of bike climbing, bike riding. Is it not? Climbs, it's part of bike riding. We get the climbs, we get minimized TTs, and I think bike handling skills is part of being a cyclist. So if it's technical, I'm not talking about riding down dirt tracks on road bikes by any means, but ride your bike. Dawn saying, don't underestimate Poggy's bike handling skills. He lives on wheels, unicycle, bicycles. He rides wheelies uphill. Yeah, I think Poggy is a good bike handler. Michael Woods a few years ago, when he became a World Tour rider, they all used to crap on him for his terrible bike handling skills because he was a runner, came to cycling very, very late, couldn't handle a bike like these guys, and they all talked about it all the time. Riding your bike is part of it. Now, I'm not talking about taking descents with a sheet of ice over top of them, but if conditions are okay, ride your bike. If there's hairpin corners coming up and you decide to hit the hairpin doing 80k an hour, that's your own fault. You should know better. So ride your bike. There should be a combination of all aspects of cycling in here. Mr. DiBiase's asking, Aaron, I wonder how much of a mile per hour difference there is between the old bikes and the new ones on the flats. I know downhill with aero it's huge, but I'm curious. Dude, it's probably a lot there too. You know, the shape of the tubes, you can see all of the bike tubes now are almost like a wing shape to cut into the wind, maximum airflow around them. The wheels make a huge difference. Huge. Still saying we have 16 riders in our break with 89 kilometers to go. Going through these big valley systems here where there's farms everywhere. I'm going to cut back here right now. Show you where we're at. If there was going to be some echelon action, it should be coming up right away, guys. Right here. So they got a little bit of a tailwind right now at 30k an hour. Once they turn direction here to the right again, to more to the southeast, they're going to be getting blasted across their sides from the wind. Peloton is quite stretched out right now. Movistar on the front UAE on the front with 2 riders, and then it looks like the entire Movistar team outside of, I believe, that one rider that's in the front group. So there is a chance here coming up. Definitely. After that, though, we pop back up into the hills, descend again to the sprint point. So we go right back down to the coast. Eventually, guys. How far from the coast are we? There we are. Now, the direction's kind of screwy. It's more like that, roughly. Is it like that? Yeah, it's like that. More like that. So that's where we are. I'm trying to see where my riders are right now. I've lost track of them. Resume tracking. Oh, we're over here. Okay, it took us to the start. Now we're not over here. Refresh. Okay, we can do this too. Oh, look at this now. Okay, come back. Tour Tracker Live. And now I'm stuck. Here we go. 3D. Let's get back in here. So, dudes, this is echelon potential right here. Echelon potential right here. Let's get it. Loving me the Tour Tracker, guys. This is the way to watch bike racing right here. Tour Tracker. Send me an invoice. Still waiting. So weird. Dudes, Tour Tracker is on a mobile app and you can pay for it, as you saw there when I was trying to fiddle my way through the screens. Tour Tracker on PC. Yeah, this is how I want to watch bike racing. Come on, put a small fee out there. We'll pay it. De Bruyne. Yeah, Ramses De Bruyne is for Alpecin. He is in that front group. He is a stage threat. Rail saying that Poggy can lose all his limbs and just his limbless body. He could still win the race. Mm. Gotta keep reading here, guys. De Bruyne is Alpecin's dark horse for maybe even a low top 10 GC if he gets into the right breakaways. He's in a good one today, guys. They got a minute and 19 seconds right now. See if we can get set up for echelons here. Again, it's windy. There's quite a few trees here. They're like all these olive groves, I guess. So maybe they're going to shelter them from the wind a little bit. Not really seeing how crazy it is at the front of the peloton right now. We're hanging out in the back here with Decathlon, Cofidis riders. Yeah, dude, Aaron, it looked like a bullfighting ring to me too. Ooh, Aaron saying that Bolocki abandoned. I did not see that either. So Markel Bolocki has abandoned. Yep, 3 riders for UAE on the front. Followed up with 2, 4, 5 riders of Movistar. Another UAE rider, Poggy, further back. Poggy looks like he's good 20 wheels back. So Bolocki's out. Yeah, front group, Canal, Wout van Aert, Thomas Gloag, Peo Bilbao, Buitrago, Bahrain's sent their 2 best guys up there. Patrick Conrad for Lidl Trek, Ramses De Bruyne, George Bennett, Garofoli's in the mix. Peloton is really strung out here. Just all depends how these winds hit them, what's going to happen. Yeah, that's what Ponderosa is saying. That's what Indurain used to do, crush their will in the long TTs. Yeah, guys, I think they need to do a bit more of that. I've talked about it a lot. Like, just make them a little bit longer to give the TT specialists a chance. Like, it's like, instead what they'll do is, oh, we're going to have a climbing TT, which I really like. I do really like that. But they don't favor Ghana. They favor Poggy. They favor the main guys. If you're going to be good at anything at the Tour de France, you want to be a good climber, because that's where you're going to take all your time. There's not enough other types of racing to gain any advantage. It's the way it is. Oh, yeah, Drew. Yeah, you did ask that. The one yesterday, Drew, I believe the one I was looking at was just a big fountain or something. But yeah, that was definitely a bull ring today. So I guess bullfighting still a big thing here in Spain. Yep, Indurain was also crushing in the mountains. Yeah, he would just hang on, though. He had the ability just to ride with the climbers. Okay, so everyone's saying Poggy's a good bike handler. Let's see it today. I've seen him completely cook a corner at Strade Bianche. Pidcock might be one of the top bike handlers in the world. Handled the corner no problem. Poggy, Mr. Tour de France winner, blows off the corner. He crashed really hard too. He crashed really hard too into that field. He went flying off the road. And again, someone could say, oh, this is too dangerous. Or you can say he's not a good bike handler compared to Tom Pidcock. Like, should that not be in racing? There was nothing overly dangerous about that corner. I think Poggy was asleep at the wheel. Had no idea it was coming. Aaron saying, nice day in Valencia. It looks like it could use some rain. And Wout is on the front, guys. Wout is on the front. He knows they've got an advantage and they need to press now. 1 minute, 24 seconds. The gap is growing. The gap is growing. These 16 riders are all going to work together as a new team. Basically got 2 teams at the front right now, trying to get away from 162 chasing riders. David Blom's back. Evening, dudes. Good evening, David. Drew's, he's Mr. eBay. Drew is Mr. eBay. He's eBayed some old Gen Campy Aero pedals. A couple of gouges trying to research how to polish them. So Rail saying, okay, dude, that's going to light the race up for me. Dude, I don't mind dangerous roads. We're watching World Tour riders. They should be able to handle dangerous roads. They've ridden dangerous roads before. So let's see how the race unfolds. Rail saying that the descent is a narrow, steep road. Well, you need to be at the top first. So Poggy's goal today then is, and he's totally capable of doing this, he needs to be leading before the top of that climb on the ascent through the gravel so that he can take his own path down the narrow, skinny road. He's got all the attributes in the world to do that. So UAE needs to make sure he's at the front and that they're not following, say, bad wheels on the way down that could take them off the road. Oh, we got a crash. We've got a crash in the peloton. It looks like 3 riders from Tudor are down right now. 172, 171. That's Marco Brenner. I think he's our main guy. Marco Brenner has done quite well here. 175. They're all waiting. Just a quick little crash in a town. There's a 4th rider, Groupama rider there. He looks like he's waiting for a bike. It was on a left-hand bend. Dave's saying it needs to be more cross tailwind to split the peloton. Yeah, it didn't happen through that area there, and now they're getting into more of a sheltered zone up in these hills. Again, the wind is still really strong through here. 23, 24 kilometers an hour. It's strong enough, but it all depends what the peloton does. So, check that out there. Come on. I'm trying to get to my 3D mode here. There we go. Is this correct? Nope. This is going to take a jump, guys. It's backed us up a little bit. Ugh. What's going on today? Okay, we're going to have to let this catch up, guys. Looks like we've got a lot of lag here. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to jump back over to here. It seems like I got to manually refresh everything today. Just quite annoying. 82.4 to go. 82 to go here. We got 16 riders in the front. Chasing group, the Marco Brenner group's out the back. And Rail saying, I don't believe today is a good breakaway day, but there's a chance they go to the line if Poggy doesn't care. Yeah, it all depends what Poggy wants to do. How hard does Poggy want to push that? And they probably know that too. Those guys in the break, Vought's like, hey dude, I'm one of the best CX riders in the world. I have no problems with that descent. Let's see if Poggy wants to chase me on the way down. Right? Use your abilities. Don't worry if it's dangerous. If you're a good bike handler, was it the Alpe d'Huez? Which one was it? That you guys can find it all over YouTube. The Tom Pidcock descent. Do you think he was going, yeah, this is too dangerous? He was like, nah, I'm gonna rail this downhill, and I'm gonna pass everyone on the way down and become a YouTube superstar. Everyone watching me showing them how it's done. Yeah, he's good at it. Let's do it. Aaron says, Colin, did we get a full account of the dogs and how they fared in the separation? I hope the others not named Pedro are doing. Yeah, dude, I think they're all doing pretty good. I was glad to know when Joey told me that even though she got bitten by him, by Ziggy chomped her hand. When she keeps putting her hands in to break up fights, she said right away, she said, yeah, and it wasn't his fault though. You could tell he didn't mean to bite me. It was such a big coffee. Hey, Java Bay Coffee, dude. Dude, you're the man. Java Bay Coffee, guys. I just had a little flash, and I think it said from Instagram, yo, dude, I'd like to send you some coffee for your cycling coffee. Dude, yes. Yes, dude. Let's do it. Java Bay Coffee for all your morning delights. Dude, much appreciated. I'm going to jump back on there later and check that out. And Aaron, the best thing I could say about Joey Jojo is that she really likes Ziggy now. Because that dog, she wanted him. That dog got blamed for everything. That dog was just a young boy, young healer. I kept telling her, Joey, he's like a 10-year-old boy. Like just, rah! He is quite destructive, but he's a 10-year-old boy. Right? So I think Ziggy's doing well. Little dogs are doing well. Hetfield, the one that started causing the fights, he just got nutted. And he's the one that bit Joey. On her other hand, that gave her a huge infection in her hand. Apparently, dude, I'm not there. I don't know the story, but apparently she was going to the emergency clinic every morning in Didsbury and for IV antibiotics. I guess her hand looked terrible. So her little baby dog chomped her really bad. Yeah, so Java Bay Coffee, thank you so much, dude. We'll chat later. Yep, dogs are good. Aaron, actually, yesterday on the way through, I stopped by there on the way home, and I told Joey was saying that there's a tree down somewhere on the property that is blocking something somewhere. I didn't see it, so I just didn't even see her. I said, "I'm going by the house. Is it okay? I'm going to put the 40-volt electric chainsaw on the hot tub. I will leave it there for you. It's yours." So I did that. That's up to her. And I saw where Ziggy's damaged the fence. I found these really cool things on Amazon. Dudes, this is so far behind here. It won't catch up right now. I don't know why. 90K, see, they're completely behind here. Yeah, so far behind. Dudes, I gotta get, I'm refreshing them. See, it's 80Ks to go here. Tour Tracker says we still have 90Ks to go. It's kind of stuck there. And I think it was Pinoy, aka X-Man, saying that he was stuck there too. So I'm just going to avoid that for now. We have 80 kilometers to go here on the main La Vuelta website. So yeah, there's posts that are leaning because Ziggy does this thing. He's only about 30 pounds, 35 pounds. He'll race like a demon and bounce against the fence posts, bouncing off them. So all the posts are weakened now. And what's funny, dudes, is that it's way worse than when I was there. So it's kind of like, what's going on when I'm not here? How come? Because I think he's just running rampant and no one's really watching him. So I found these cool things on Amazon. They're kind of like a long piece with 4 or 5 bolts in them. It has an offset parallel to the ground and then a big long spike. They're metal. So what you do is you put them against the post and they're going to come up about that far up the fence post. And then there's going to be a part that goes along the ground and then it spikes 16 inches into the ground. Really rigid metal. So you need to go there, put those in, hammer them into the ground, probably use a mallet or wood block, pound them in, and then bolt them into the existing fence post fixed. This is something I would do. However, I can't really do that anymore. So I'm going to send her a picture and say, this is what you need. Put your bro to work. Put your bro to work. Okay, reading on, guys. Reading on. Eddie, I think I mentioned earlier, Eddie, I think there was a gravel. Guys, do you guys remember a gravel section at the Giro? The women did a gravel section, I'm pretty sure, at Tour de France Femmes, didn't they? Yeah, sure they did. No. There was a race the women did where they actually shortened the race. I don't know. It was too dangerous, apparently. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, we're moving on here. Let's gotta catch up. I know I'm way behind. Ted saying maybe there's a difference between bike handlers. Pidcock is great, extreme bike handler. Poggy has good control. Yeah, dude. I think it should all be part of cycling. Unless there's like, they're riding on the Bolivian death road. I'm not saying that. Ethan Hayter here comes up with the Musette bag. He's in the team cars again. Sprint Point is coming up today. So Ethan Hayter, who wants the points, is back getting bottles. Moving up to the team cars. Will we see him try to launch? There's 16 up the road that are going to get these points first, though. Remember, there's only 5 positions that get points there. Let's try to go back to Tour Tracker again. And 87, way behind here. And every time I refresh it, it's just pushing me back. So for now, we're not going to use Tour Tracker. Maybe they're trying to lock me out. Yeah, damn you. Send me a bill. I don't care. Just reading on. Yeah, Eddie, that's right. Eddie's saying, I heard that the hotel that the rider sheltered in Stage 3 during the horrible weather got great reviews. Yeah, La Vuelta wants to pay for the bill. The hotel says we don't want it. So basically, the entire peloton came in there. I did read one thing that said Wout was actually hiding out in a van somewhere, someone's van. So imagine you're just get your camper van parked, and some guy bangs on the door. Hello. Wout jumps in with them. Later on, it showed him hanging out in the lobby of the hotel, and guests just sitting around looking like, what is going on here? Bunch of soggy, half-naked, skinny dudes coming into the hotel. Rail saying the Wout will have to survive this dirt climb to even start thinking about railing the descent. Philip, Tudor crashed so hard their watches flew off. Guess they forgot to time that corner. Hope their chronographs are more durable than their handlebars. Dude, they're probably wearing Tudors, great watches. The Pidcock descent was the Galibier. Yeah. Dude, I think it's all part of it. I don't like when they're like, oh, this is too dangerous now. It's too it's too cold. It's too hot. It's too rainy. It's too everything. Guys, you're gonna have to ride through it at some point. Unless it's the Bolivian Death Road and you've got like a drop off of 3,000 feet on every side. Yeah, maybe that's getting a bit too dangerous. In general, you could say cycling's dangerous, so maybe we shouldn't even have bike racing if that's the route we want to go. Because if you fall, you can bonk your head and you could die. So there's that. So let's just get on with it. Yeah, it is showing the abandonment of Markel Balaki now. That's just showing up on Flow Bikes here through the World Tour feed. Dave, now that I'm caught up, I can mention the virtual shifters. I have the orange cog and the small buttons that wrap around the handlebars like this. I think you're talking about this. All I had to do was update the firmware on my 2-year-old Dorito XR. Yeah, dude, virtual shifting, I don't use it yet. But Dave, I'm only riding solo these days. Votes back at the team car here, having a little chit chat. Getting a bottle. Maybe another. Grab a gel, dude. Yep. Grab a second bottle. Little strategy tactic session going on here. But yeah, if you can get your virtual shifting set up, you're not going to wear out your cassette. You're just going to be stuck in that one gear. You could actually have a single speed setup and have whatever it is, 30 plus gears. The trainer is going to shift resistance in the back end for you. But dude, it's really cool. Okay, reading on here. Yeah, Ponderosa saying this is Glenn. It's a tactic. Tudor wanted to get their crash out of the way before the gravel section. They should be good for the rest of the day. Yeah, watches are back on. Tudor Pelagos. God, I'm thinking Omega? Yeah, I'm going to call it Omega. I hate calling it Omega. I think Omega for me is the watch I would want next. Before that, though, is a nice car. Let's add in a nice lady. Handyman calling to the rescue. Yeah, dude, I'm tempted to go out there and just do it. Like, dude, I can't stand the fact that the fence that I built is falling over. Like, I spent an entire weekend putting that thing up. So yeah, I want it working for the dogs. And I could see, she goes, Ziggy's, it's got that white plastic lattice on it. You know, it's really rigid. And it's sandwiched between boards, you know, to hold it right in place. Well, where the post has gotten loose, he's wiggled his way through it. And I'm like, what about the other dogs? Like, come on, fix this stuff. Yeah, dude, I use all my tools 40 volt. It's actually Ryobi, dude. So whatever, kind of like lower end tools, but it works really good. So I got a Ryobi electric lawnmower. Joey has that now. I have a Ryobi like monstrous 40 volt weed whacker. Love that thing. I got a Ryobi chainsaw 40 volt. Yeah, I think that's about the extent of what I have. I don't even have a hand drill anymore. I gave that to Joey. But dude, I saw the fence and I'm like, okay, I got to come back and fix this because Loser Boy is not capable. And what's funny too is there was a handyman there yesterday. I think it was Dave, our handyman, who used to be the yard guy when I couldn't keep up with it. He was doing the shower head for her. And I'm like, you're paying the dude to do your shower head when you have a future husband? Like, what is going on here? Just like, fantasy world. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Friends, guests, welcome to Fantasy Island. Dudes, we got 16 riders in the break, 145 back to the peloton right now. We'll jump to PCS and have a little sketch here. You can see who's in the front. Urko Barate, Geese Lemries, Lars Kraps, Jose Manuel Diaz, Hannes Vilch, Vincenzo Albanese, Andres Krohn, Gianmarco Garofoli, George Bennett, Ramses De Bruyne, Patrick Conrad, Santiago Buitrago, his teammate Peo Bilbao, Thomas Gloag, Wout van Aert, and Carlos Canal. Strong group. The gap is growing all the time, guys. The gap is growing all the time. Dudes, check this out. Which competitors have done the most career race kilometers? Look at this. Steven Kruijswijk, 202,772 kilometers of career bike racing. Wow, that is a lot, dudes. Wow. Poggy, nowhere in the top. Just so you know, guys. So the top 20 riders, the rider with the lowest amount of kilometers racing is 134,000 kilometers. That's Emmanuel Buchmann. Jan Hurt, Lagac, Sutherland, Guillaume Martin, Magnus Cort. Wow, Kruijswijk's done a lot of racing. Alex Kirsch, Patrick Conrad, he's in the break. Guillaume Martin, I think he was in the break. Nope, he's not. Hugo Houle, the Canadian, has 164,000 kilometers racing. Bilbao, Mikel Landa, David Dela Cruz, Larry Warbass, George Bennett, he's in the break. So far and away, Steven Kruijswijk has over 20,000 kilometers more racing than second place. It's kind of an interesting stat. Moving on in there. Love it, guys. Aaron only knows about gas chainsaws. Dude, I was really shocked how good the 40 volts work. I did a lot of research. Now, the batteries are 8 amp hours. If you're doing a lot of cutting, you're only going to get maybe 15, 20 minutes out of it. And when I did use it in the dead of the winter, they would just kind of go, I'm not going to work anymore. The batteries are expensive. Like an 8 amp hour battery, you might spend $350 on it. So what you need to do is do the usual, just buy new tools in the system because they all come with batteries. Buying a new tool with the battery is about the same cost as the battery. So we had the lawnmower, the big weed whacker, the chainsaw. We've also got the limb trimmer. It's like a little mini chainsaw, about that long with a little head and, I don't know, an 18-foot extension pole that you can... That's still there. You know what I'm going to do, guys, because I'm just a nice guy? So the chainsaw's there. I'm going to just go one day when she's not there. The big weed whacker, like it's a monster. Goes through anything. It's easy to load. You don't even got to take the head off. You just kind of run the string through and dial it back. Best loading system I've ever seen. And I have the 8 amp hour battery. I kept that baby for me. I'm just going to go throw it on the hot tub and say, I'm not going to say anything. Just take it. Use it. Put someone to work. Drew just snagged a Festina watch. Drew, what did you get? Rail saying that Pidcock, one of the best bike counters in the peloton, but lacks top power. That's true. His descending skills are tied to his form. Mr. DiBiase, a lot of electric tools have caught and even surpassed gasoline. I've almost completely cut the cord except my planer and standing bandsaw. Yeah, dude, the stuff does work. It does work. You're just not going to get... It's like an electric car. There's a lot more planning. So when I've got a lot of wood to cut, I got to make sure all my batteries are charged. Soon as one dies, get it in on the charger right away. Switch over to your next battery. That one dies. You need almost 3 or 4 batteries for any real usage. Unless you're like just a city slicker where you're going to go once and you're done. But if you're working for like an hour cutting in the cold, you need like 4 batteries. You need like $1,000 in batteries versus, $4 in fuel. That's the difference. We're almost out to a 2-minute gap. We've got 68 kilometers to go here, guys. Over on Tour Tracker, I'm going to bounce back over here, and we're going to use this map because I think the Tour Tracker map is just shot right now. At this point here, the winds are coming out of the south-southwest, so they will be riding into a headwind here. Camera's on Primos. He's second overall at La Vuelta. Haven't barely seen him this race. Camera is actually focused on him now. Sporting some nice facial hair. One of his teammates is riding with the hydration vest on. I think he just picked up a bottle and grabbed it, started drinking out of that one right from him. This is a location right now. Oops, something I want to do here, guys, for now. Let's get me back over here. I'm going to put me over here for now, just so you can see the profile a bit better there. We're going to try to use this for a bit. See how this is going to go, and I'll bounce in and out of PCS, and this since Tour Tracker is just absolutely crap the bed this morning, or else they're shutting me down. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, dude, I really enjoy watching the TTs. Oh, Drew met Diddy the Devil at the Crans Montana 2001, roughly. There was a TT there. Yeah, some electrics. Yeah, when I say electric, guys, I don't mean like a plug-in electric. I mean like a lithium-ion battery. So yeah, I'm going to figure out how to drop those off. It is Thursday. Loverboy shows up tomorrow. So, kind of off territory on my own home. Whatever. Walk it off, dude. Good morning all from the 1%er Jay. We will be, I'll have some time this weekend. I'm going to update the pin map completely. I'm going to probably switch to that Google Earth pin map. I'm going to do a lot more icons. I'm going to kind of get some kind of theme to it, guys. Oh yeah, dude, I do remember that one. Yeah, Poggy crashed. There was a little left-hand bend. Poggy went off the road into the gravel, fell down, went full panic mode. Jonas just shut it down and waited for him. That's it. I guess that's the right thing to do, but there's a certain point where it doesn't matter anymore. Like, when do you decide, okay, dude, I can't help you anymore. If you're going to keep falling off your bike, if you can't stay upright, that's on you. But it'll never be perfect. Someone will complain. Reading on. Loser boy. Yeah. Dude, I call him it. He can't install a tap at the back sink. And dude, he probably can. Joey Jojo's just not asking him to. Because, you know. And I think the shower, I was going to do it. But at the end, I was kind of like, you know what? I got my own thing to do. You can figure out who else can do that. It's just like extending the shower head out. So change the shower. That's all easy stuff. Put the tape on. Whip-de-doo. It's the cartridge, not the filter cartridge, the handle cartridge that's on the wall. So go downstairs, turn the hot water off at the hot water tank, hot and cold waters. Turn them off there, release the pressure, pull the cartridge out, snip it back in, zip-de-doo-dah. Jim Bob's your uncle. And that's it. But yeah, we're paying a handyman to do that now. Why? This is common knowledge stuff, guys. Common knowledge. Yeah, nice battery scan by Ryobi. Oh, absolutely, dude. So I just buy a new one. So I figured what I'm going to do is, here, you can have all the stuff because you need it. I do not need it at all right now. I just didn't know what was going to happen. Our 16 are still up front, guys. They now have a 2 minute and 8 second lead. The intermediate sprint is coming up in less than 8 kilometers. Bouncing back to PCS here. We're getting to that last little pimple here before the sprint points. Good one for Wout here, guys. I think he's third in the points classification. Fifth. Fifth in the points classification, 20 points on tap. Matty Brennan's not here. Ethan Hayter's not here. Christophe Laporte's not here. So I'm imagining Wout's going to get these points, put him up to 69 points, 13 behind Poggy. Yeah, dudes, it's going to get interesting on the points classification. Very interesting. Very interesting in the fact is that we have 3 Visma guys. Sorry. Actually, we do. We have 3 Visma guys. Brennan, Laporte, and Wout. all battling for basically the green jersey right now, without battling. Following that along. Okay, yeah, David Blom's got it here. Hey, Colin, the women's Giro went up the Col de la Fenestre. I can never say that. The gravel climb this year. Men went up it last year. Stage was curtailed due to a landslide. That's right. I think there was snow coming down across the road. So they had all this time. They kept talking about it like, oh, they got so much time. They got time. They can keep attacking. And then it was like, no, the race is over. And a lot of the riders were like, what? What happened? Yeah, they had to because there was snow impeding on the road. Oh, yeah, given today's events in Nepal regarding landslides and floods, I think the Giro Donne organizers did the right thing. Went to within 1 kilometer of the summit. And I think they had to go more, though. I think there was another climb after that. But yeah, dude, at first when I saw that Nepal stuff, I didn't even think it was real. I thought that was AI. And today, dudes, when I'm done, I'm eating food today because that killed me yesterday. Mr. DiBiase, if you're in the Ryobi platform, they even have an event called Ryobi Days at Home Depot. A lot of it's almost half off, Black Friday. Yeah, I zipped in yesterday. I couldn't find the box, and I couldn't even wait to ask anyone. I told Edna I'd be there at 11. I got there at 11:15 after that, like 70-mile drive I had to do. Yeah, they got like 18-volt drills, just a standard household drill. They were like $78. Like $78 for the drill, for the battery, for the charger, and some drill bits. I'm like, sign me up. So I'm going to pop back in today, I think, and try to grab one of those. Dude, yeah, Drew, you did mention it, which I have no idea what a brake booster is still. It's for the Boxster. Uncle Traveling Maddie's back there again. Yo, buds. Yeah, no, you throw the weed whacker on the hot tub. I know if I put it there, she's not going to miss it. She'll have to walk past it for a week and a half straight before she decides to hire a handyman to carry it out to the garage or something. David Blom, I have a corded electric mower powered by solar. Thing has paid for itself several times over on fuel savings, $100 Australian dollars. Dudes, my 40-volt electric mower was a beast. I love that thing. It's like $550, so not crazy price. You can get cheaper gas mowers that don't work. It's got 2 battery slots in it, and there's a key. So basically, this battery's working or that battery's working. I would just rotate the batteries. Then the beauty of the batteries is what I like about them is they work full blast until they don't. 2 minutes, 22 seconds is the gap right now. Cameras on Richard Carapat's here. Once we get through the sprint point here, where Vought's going to win the points, hopefully. Nature break, probably a second coffee. 4th of the day. Yeah, I love my electric 40-volt mower. Yeah, it'll bog down at times, but so would my gas mower when you're getting into deep grass. And it's just the ease. And there's no maintenance. No maintenance. And I was terrible last year. I left it sitting outside all winter in the snow. Pulled it out of the snow, brushed it off, fired it right up. It just works. Right now, dude, Maddie, we got 16 riders out front in a break. They got about a 2.5 minute lead over the peloton. Big name up there for me is Wout van Aert. That's the big name up there. He's going to snag green jersey points, which will probably put him into 2nd overall, I think, in the green jersey points competition. I think. Wheel chains here for Magnus Cort. Front wheel. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's spec to torque to specifications, as Mr. DiBiase says, using that red little drill. Yeah, over torqued. Definitely. Performance will be impeded now. Festina watch, stainless steel, skeleton automatic with cobalt steel blue hands. I didn't even know that Festina made an automatic still, but that's really cool. Yeah, terrible huge floods happen in Nepal. A lot of people died and the road full of mud. Yeah, get away from the rivers, guys. That's the thing. You never see the floods up on the hills, right? It's always in the river system, so you can't build stuff beside the rivers. I know we like to. We do it here in Calgary too. Let's build these beautiful homes right beside the rivers. Well, guess what? They flood. It's going to happen once in a while. Just horrible that it happened to those people. It's just the way it is. Yeah, where's T-Bone Ace? Yeah, where is T-Bone Ace? Just, yeah. T-Bone Ace. He sits, he finished 21st yesterday. Sits 85th overall. So we're not really having much of an impact on the race now. If this is a CX race, that's all. We'd only be mentioning his name. We'd be mentioning his name. Yeah, incredible CX rider. In fact, dude, let's do it. We're going to open the CX profile, which I don't like to do. He rides for the Balois Glowy Lions. And there he is, guys. UCI World Championships, 3rd. 4th at Hoogerheide. 4th at Mes Mechelen. Benidorm, 2nd. 1st at the Belgian Championships. 19th at Zonhoven. So here it is. Telenet Super Prestige, X2O Badkamers, and UCI World Cup. Those are the 3 big leagues in World Cup cycling. World Cup CX. Dendermonde, 1st place. Havre, say it with an H, 2nd place. I think that one, I'm not sure if that's where Mathieu van der Poel showed up. No, he was sooner. And dudes, the beauty of it is they race every couple days. Antwerp was the 20th. That's where Mathieu came back. I think that's where Mathieu came back. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's where Mathieu came back. That's where I think it was T-Bone Ace leading on the last lap. And he crashed, and Mathieu went on for the win. Mathieu did not lose one race last year. Really cool here. Lawrence Fake. This guy is a superstar. Emil Verstringer rides for Creelan Corridon. Ethan Hayter doing a bike change here. Oh, sorry. Okay, hang on. They said it was Matty Brennan. To me, it looked like Ethan Hayter. Emil Verstringer, Creelan Corridon. That's Mathieu van der Poel's teammate on Alpecin Premier Tech now. He's always been his teammate, but he rides on a different team in CX. Ethan Hayter. Back on his bike here. Is that Ethan Hayter? Hang on, dudes. No, that's not. Huh? What is going on here? Oh, that's Matty Brennan now. Okay, sorry, dudes. Pim Ronhar, another superstar CX rider. Niels Vanderputter. Tibor Del Grosso, Mathieu van der Poel's teammate on the road. Wout van Aert was there riding. Wout didn't have a superstar reappearance at CX, but he was still there. Michael Van Turnhout, Mies Hendricks, Joran Visseray, Toonarts. Dudes, superstars. Come on. But yeah, T-Bone Ace, he lives for CX. Dudes, I need to jump back here. I need to check this out. Points. So it is Matty Brennan wearing the green jersey. So I keep confusing that because I'm like, why is he riding a Cervelo? I just saw that there. So it was Brennan getting the wheel swap there. You guys probably caught that before I did. I was just fantasizing about CX here. CX. Did I just say that? Did I just do that? Okay, reading on, dudes. Reading on. Getting right to the sprint point now, guys. Waiting for the cameras to cut to Wout. Swiss Ziggy, good afternoon, morning, evening all. I will try to pop it in again in about 45 minutes, plus or minus. From now, with a bit of luck, I'll be back in time before the fireworks start. See you later. Ziggy, dude, thank you for dropping in. Fenestre. Dave's dropping in too. Dave's working. Oh, dude, yeah, I should have went to Decker City Hardware again, man. Uncle, we got a gift. We got a gift coming in here, dude. I just saw that pop up. Thank you. I think that might have been Uncle Traveling Matty, I believe. New dude. We got a new dude. OAE. Peloton probably tries to cut the lead to around under a minute, and then Thanos gets to work on the loss. Dude, I love that. Thanos. And here goes Wout into the front. No reaction from anyone. He's through the sprint point. Wout picks up 20 points. That's going to throw Wout. There it is. It's showing up already. 69 points. So, guys, we're going to see Wout in... Well, he will be wearing green tomorrow. unless something crazy happens at the end and Brennan gets points at the finish. Maybe Vout gets all the points at the finish and actually jumps ahead of Poggy. Maybe this gravel is the best thing that ever happened. Kareem, is the race going? Dude, the race is on right now. Unfortunately, I can't show you the race. Dudes, I am going to jump back to Tour Tracker again here and see if we can get it to update. 87. See, it's so far behind. It's not updating. And when I do this, it kicks me out. It takes me back here. It's showing them way behind in the distance. So ignore all this stuff right now. Tour Tracker's way behind. I guess that's just how it is today. We can follow our little dots along. Where do our dots go? They're through the sprint point now. Okay, here it is here. Yeah. Okay. There's a group. Two real groups on the road. Group 1 is through. Vout's just basically waiting for everyone to catch back up with them now. 57 kilometers to go. Yeah, Mr. DiBiase saying, seeing those impact wrenches on carbon bikes and aluminum hex is upsetting my soul. Vout's having a little wave to some people on the side of the road. Definitely looks like he knew these people here. Definitely. He was kind of giving them a little bit of a Jonas wave. He did not give a kissy poo. He knows that's Jonas's thing. Cunning Linguist is on the DeWalt battery platform. No point getting anything else if I need to buy all new batteries. You want to force all companies to make one universal stuff. At least it's good that the individual companies are making batteries that you can flip-flop back and forward. I do like that. In fact, the drill that I dropped off for Joey, it's an older Ryobi, the brand new battery, and it was like an old crappy one. The batteries would die like after 20 minutes. You can jam in a brand new battery, it fits. The plug-in battery, the 40-volt stuff, they're more like a rectangle shape, and they're on rails and they slide into the platform. But I could use it on the mower, I could use it on the chainsaw, I could use it on the weed whacker, I could use it on the tree limb trimmer. Just watching these corners here through town. Everyone looks good there. Gonna keep catching up. Yeah, I can see universal systems across platforms, but I can't see them all doing it. I don't know how they would ever enforce that. UAE decides it's time to start working. UAE's coming to the front now, guys. We've got Climb coming up in the distance here. And dudes, we do a lap here, actually. We are going to be doing a little bit of a circuit. It took me a while to figure out the course this morning, but we do travel along some of the same roads. I think Nature Break is coming up. So I think it was Uncle Traveling Matt. He sent the... What did he do here? So, I'm not sure what he sent me there. But Uncle Traveling Matty sent the sticker gift there. Thank you, Uncle Traveling Matty. Straight out of Compton. Exactly. California. Yeah, California. Dude, that's a Java Bay coffee. I've never seen Californication with Fox Mulder. Never seen that. Wonder where I can watch that right now. Mother Crandom, no sign of Hater today. Dude, I thought I was watching Hater earlier. It's Matty Brennan. He's in the green today. And you can see it plain as day now because I'm seeing him on that black and yellow Cervelo. So yeah, no sign of Hater. So actually earlier on when I saw the bottle service coming up to the front, bottle service, that was Matty Brennan bringing bottles up to the team. Joao Almeida second place here. Jay Vine looks like he's riding about fourth. Poggy just disappeared. Byron Victoria's pushing the front here on the breakaway group. They've got a 2 minutes, 25 second lead here, guys, over this category 2. Alto del Desierto de las Palmas, 7.5 kilometers at 5%, so nothing crazy. Yeah, they got to be careful with the points getting here because they could be delivering green to Poggy if they keep taking points from each other. Railson, yeah, I believe it should have been Brennan today in the break and not Vout, unless Vout is really on point today. Who's this? I'm just going to call him City Saitai. How about Saitai? Missed vote in the tour. Saitai. Dude, Saitai, where are you from? You want to be on the pin map? Anyone else here? I think there's a guy earlier, OAE. Do you want to be on the pin map? What is the pin map? This is the pin map. This is the pin map. This is locations of all the world's greatest cycling fans right here. We see some. There's Lynn. Her name just popped out. Ponderosa Pine Podcast is present. I added Duke Norton myself. And then it was Vigilante Designs who said, hey, Colin, why are you paying for this? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Why am I? And he said, why don't you just use Google Earth? And I'm like, good point, dude. Good point. And it looks like I have a lot more options here. So I'm going to start working on that today, guys. So tomorrow we're going to see the launch, the unveiling of the Google Earth Inside Cycling World. And you can see at the top, it's called the Inside Cycling World Sprint Train. You guys are all my sprint lead outs for my ultimate victory across the finish line. That's what we're talking about here. And I can share it. So I can just send you this map and share it to you guys. I probably need an Inside Cycling World pin map editor. Yeah, we might need that. So we're talking about that here, guys. That's what we talk about on the channel. There's going to be a dude jump in. I thought this was about cycling. It is. Browsing on. Oh, now we're talking about earthquakes. Yeah, that LA earthquake, the Northridge one. Yeah, scary. San Andreas fault. Yeah. Oh, Drew's going for a breakfast prep break. Drew, what's on the menu today? David Duchovny and Californication, Fox Mulder. Drew saying, our first date in 86. I stated categorically that I will never live near the San Andreas Fault. No way. Dude, beautiful part of the world, but Sketchville. Dudes, poor Colin here needs a second nature break today. 5 kilometers go to the top of this climb. They're on it right now. I'll probably leave you guys right here, I think, to look at this since Tour Tracker is just kind of stalled out right now. Wout has to get over this climb and then try to get on ahead of the final Category 1 climb of the day. This is a big ask. Does he have the legs? He is got some climbers against him up here right now. Dudes, I'll be right back. Alright, dudes. Sorry about that. Back inside the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. Actually got myself another coffee going there. And we've got our group up front. We've lost a few of the riders. Wout, is he still here? Is he still here? I think he's gone. Yeah, he's gone out of this group right here. So it looks like we have about 10, 11 riders in the front group, 20 seconds back to a chase group, 2:44 back to the peloton. Yeah, Wout did pull the pin there, guys. He definitely pulled the pin. Wow, this is really cool here. Tour tracker. Right here. We are working on the GPS tracking issue, so it's not me, it is them. Let's see if they've got it tracked at all right now. See, we're still back at 91 kilometers. I'm going to give this, I'm just going to let that run in the background there, guys. And we'll jump to PCS. I know we're bounced around everywhere, but let's get this figured out. So Wout's pulled the pin. Same with Peo Bilbao, Patrick Conrad, Bennett, Hannes Wilsch for Tudor, and Yves Lemeris for Picnic Postinel. Pedersen group here too. Mads Pedersen not on fire at this race. I think Mads is struggling this year. Okay, we could do that today, Avery. Just got a nice message from Avery. We can do dinner today. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Lots of messages, guys. Okay, dudes, I'm going to back up a little bit here just because I've missed a bunch of stuff. Sorry about that. Launching Project Sprint Train on Google Earth. Yeah, dude, I'm going to do that. And then I can share the map to you guys if you're interested. I can do more layers. I just don't know what the breakthrough point is because Google Earth, it's like beginner, 0. Next level, $75 a month. I'm not paying $75 a month for Pin Map. Yeah, Tour Tracker is having problems with GPS. Pinoy X-Man, you the dude. I know you mentioned that a couple days ago too. It's really struggling today over on Tour Tracker. So we're just going to bounce between these two here. This is when we need Bike Terra going. So we can actually see this. Oh, Aronson, I recall that earthquake because they had to stop the World Series before the game started between Oakland A's and San Fran Giants. I think they took a week break. Wow. That's crazy. I remember those like double highways. They had that highway system that was like, you know, kind of 2 layers high, 2 levels, and it just collapsed on top of the other part. Like, that's insane. I don't know how many people died during that. Probably could have been a lot worse. I've never experienced an earthquake here. We do have some what they call intracratonic earthquakes in Alberta, guys. Yeah, like how I dropped that, intracratonic. Very mild. I think the highest they've ever had is about a 5. Southern Alberta, and I think there was one just recently up around Edmonton, like a 4, like just mild, intracratonic. Drop that. Drop in knowledge. I don't think there's anything super active in Europe. Plate boundaries. Maybe the movement's so slow there. I mean, there's plates all over the world, guys. I mean, you can basically see it on Google Earth when you start zooming out, right? Can you? Yeah, you can basically see all the plate margins, all this stuff. These are all plate margins here. This is the Ring of Fire right here. All that stuff. Plate margins here. Coming up through here, San Andreas Fault's going to come whipping right up through here. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, I guess, you know, Google Earth's going to be really, really good for checking things out. All the little bumps. You know, where Atlantis is located. Common knowledge. Out here somewhere. Common knowledge, guys. I just said it. Fight me on that. We got one rider trying to get away here. Burgos BH rider Jose Manuel Diaz is trying to go up the road by himself. Quick little 5-second gap. Dude, we got Emmanuel here. Watching from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, Philippines. Good evening, sir. Dude. Dude, I'm going to write your name down and I'm going to add it on after. Emmanuel. Just because I'm probably going to keep going on the actual pin map. San Jose del Monte. Okay, Philippines. It's written down. Legit. We will. Dude, you got to come back tomorrow to see your name on the map. So we got this pin map, and we got a lot of dudes from the Philippines here. We got a lot of dudes. Philippines representing dudes. But I want to put you on this map. That's the one I want you on right here. So, yeah, that looks so much better, doesn't it? We could do it that way too. We could go to map mode here. Oh yeah, it's so much better. Thank you, Vigilante Designs. Guys, why didn't I think of this at the time? I don't know. His first question is, dude, why are you spending $12.95 a month? $12.95 a month. Okay, guys, moving on. We're talking about movements of tectonic plates here. Mads is definitely in the pain cave. This is not Mads' race. UAE on the front here. The gap is 238. Dude's got a sign of their own saying gracias, Poggy. I think people are happy that he came to the race since it's been 7 years of no-show. Mother Cramden saying reports on PCS that Almeida was pulling in the peloton. Good to see him showing signs of life. Yeah, maybe he had to ride himself into this race. We're 49.4 Ks to go to the finish. Still saying we have one rider out front. Not sure if that's really correct right now. I'm looking for that Burgos BH rider right now. I think it's all back together. There's a Burgos rider on the front. Byron Victorious just slips past him, so that's going to be updated right away. Where are they, guys? They're right here. Going up this Category 2 climb right now. Here's our group. And yeah, the group's kind of sketchy because they're saying Vought's still there, guys. He's not there. Going to give it a refresh just to make sure we're exactly where we think we are. Yeah. So Vout is somewhere in between these two groups right now. I think it's best to stay on PCS for now. Carlos Canal, Globe, Buitrago, De Bruyne, Garofoli, Kron, Albanese, Diaz, Lars Kraps, and Urko Barade in our front group. We've got 6 riders chasing. Peloton roughly at 2 minutes 32 seconds. PCS is saying 2:40. Buitrago has picked up 11 points today, guys. Mountains classification. So big day for Buitrago here. He's scored 11 points. I think maximum points today, any one rider could win 23 points today. 47 points available in total for those positions. 23 if you got first place in all of them. So Buitrago's almost scooped half of them right now. And he's still in that front group. They're saying Diaz got 5 points at the top of the Category 2. Buitrago managed to get 3 there. Globe got 1. Vought's been picked up. He's back with the GC Peloton now. And that's right. Almeida's on the front driving right now, guys. He's got the nasal strip on. So Almeida's looking like he's back on form today. Average speed still 42 Ks an hour, guys. Okay, I'm going to keep moving on. Yeah, rail saying Turkey, also a big hotspot for, yeah, all the time. Turkey gets slammed by earthquakes. In the Middle East, even like, I think there was some huge earthquakes in Iran and Iraq recently. Afghanistan gets slammed all the time. All the time. Okay. Matt's asking who is in the lead and what is the current gap, please? Dude, the gap right now is about 2 minutes. It's actually dropping quick. 2 minutes and 15 seconds from the GC group, Poggy group. There was 16 riders up front. That split at the start of the Category 2 climb, the second to last climb of the day. First rider to really vanish from that was Vout. He's back with the GC group already. There's 10 riders riding solo out front. Solo. 10 riders in a group in first place. There's 5 chasers somewhere in between GC Peloton. Vout's already back with the GC Peloton. So they're trying to get across this Category 2 climb first. They're already across it now. Everyone's across it. We're going to have a quick descent. Valley run-in before we take on the final Category 1 of the day. The Puerto El Bartolo, 9.4 kilometers at 7% gradient with a gravel section. Sketch City descent. Bring it on, folks. The drama's about to unfold before us. Oh, you guys talking about the glacier collapse up in... that was up in Alaska, wasn't it? Dude, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, Ponderosa. So now you have to transfer all the pins to the new map. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Jay says she's worked too much today already. Dude, I might be able to export those pins, and if not, I will hand transfer them. I have no life, guys. I have no life. I'm at the point right now. I was actually talking to my mom about it yesterday. I think I'm at the point now. I need to go out again. I need to go out of the house again. So I think I was talking to you guys about Brit Floyd. I can get tickets as cheap as $99. And I know that concert hall really well. All the seats are good, right? Especially when you've had six-siders beforehand. They're really good. I'm talking really, really good. And the fact that you know that you don't have to drive home, yeah, extra good. So I think that, but that's not till October. I kind of need like a concert night stat, you know? Oh yeah, it's so good. Smart. Yeah, good one here. Italy is highly seismic. That's true. I've experienced several earthquakes in my life. Yeah, I guess guys, think about it. Anywhere we see volcanoes, you've got earthquakes. Generally, all the volcanoes are essentially what we, in the Pacific would be the Ring of Fire. There is some, there's other fault planes in between though. Plate boundaries, I should say. Dude, I better break out my geology textbook here. Let's do it. So, dudes, since I got rid of all my... this is what you want to find, guys. Since I got rid of all my geology textbooks from university, and I am a geologist, and I will always be a geologist, I went back online on eBay. I think I picked this up for $20. Dudes, this is about all you need. This is a first-year university geology textbook. So many cool topics. The effects of volcanoes on climate... and civilization. There you go, dudes. Right there. Get a textbook. Sorry, drop my textbook there. Mother Crandon, I heard there was climate change back when the dinosaurs were around, only no one had figured out how to make money out of it. Gadoosh. Dude, climate change is real. It's always been happening, though. Whether it's us or something else, volcanoes dump out so much... CO2 into the atmosphere. It's crazy. And you can't stop it. Who gets taxed for that? Probably Canadians will get taxed for that. Probably Canadians. Carbon tax Canadians for volcanoes. Let's do it. We're willing to take it. Rail saying the main seismic activity in Italy is in the central Apennines. In the nothingness of the borderland of Umbria, Marche, Abruzzo, and Lazio. The nothingness border? I'm not even sure what that means. Aaron, believing in Atlantis and being skeptical about global warming. Interesting. Very interesting, dude. Okay. Reading on. Aaron's asking, what is the best orange dish you have ever had? Orange chicken? Yeah, that'd be good. The orange sauce you put on the chicken ball. Still reading on, guys. Alma saying you're in a transition phase. Go and have fun. Yeah, dudes. I mentioned earlier today too. I know we've had some good discussions, and you guys have been very supportive. My daughters have been extremely supportive. My therapy session way back on stage 2 of La Vuelta. Good dudes. I just unleashed on you guys about my life, and I appreciate you guys listening. And also some indicators I've seen from the other side that I'm like, dude, I did freaking nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. There's a lot wrong with someone else. And that takes time to fix that. Jumping in with someone else does not fix that. And dude, I finally feel like it was kind of like a light switch on Saturday. It was like, flick. Yeah. 8 months. Good stuff. So, dude, once we get through La Vuelta and the Worlds and work, because work is just amplifying every day for me, which I love. More. Peo Bilbao pulling in Group 1, guys. Remember, Buitrago's up there trying to scoop up KOM points today. 40.4 kilometers to go to the finish. I need to update for you dudes here. The group at the front now is back to 15 riders. So there was 16. It fell apart on the climb. Wout said, I'm out of here. I got to go back and shepherd Brennan for the finish. There was a group of 10. There was a group of 5. They're all back together. 15 riders back together in the front right now. And, dude, the lead is holding right now. The lead is holding on the flats. UAE is going to have to start really cranking up the watts, which I can see them doing right now here on the descent. 4 riders directly ahead of Poggy. Time to accelerate, boys. Time to get to work. You are Team UAE, the most overpowered, overpriced team on the planet. You better win everything. That's my new thing, guys. If you're UAE and you're not winning everything, you did something wrong. Yeah. You did. If you can't win every stage with that team, you're doing something wrong. Gadoosh. Geology with Colin. Dude, I really got to do more geology stuff. You know what? I got to do... I got Audible credits. I'm just trying to find something that's going to be entertaining and educational at the same time. I was going to go back and listen to Stephen Jay Gould. Him and the other dude that invented the term or coined the term punctuated equilibria instead of phyletic gradualism. Common knowledge here, dudes. Just common. Just research that. So Stephen Jay Gould was the dude that came up with punctuated equilibria, that sometimes evolutionary change happened like basically instantaneously. And I can see it. It's not just always the slow, gradual, Darwinistic look at it. Phyletic gradualism, that's what that is. There's also punctuated equilibria. I think I'm going to see if that book's available to listen to. He's got all these cool nature stories and fascinating nature but science at the same stories, but scientific stories. A lot of stuff about Darwin himself. The Galapagos. Oh, they're talking about the that glacier collapse, that one, the Nepal-Tibet border. Yeah, and there was also one that Lynn, good comment, Lynn. There was also the one that happened in Alaska that just basically, like 2,000 feet above the water level, it looked like every tree gone. So, dudes, catastrophism does happen. It does happen. What would be really cool right now is to go take a look. Not really cool, cool but not cool. Go take a look at the erosional processes that just occurred in Nepal there. How much stuff was just stripped away, gone, like in basically seconds. Because a lot of people say, oh, it takes thousands of years for that to happen. No, it can happen really quick too. It can happen really quick too. There are 2 rudders of the small gap here. Andres Kron, who's been on the hunt for the last 3 stages. Peo Bilbao on the move too. Buitrago should be up there to get KOM points in the next climb. I think Bilbao's going early for his teammate Buitrago, act as a satellite rider down the road. UAE en masse right now at the front of the GC peloton, guys. Get working, UAE. Yeah, I dropped my geology. Exactly. Luckily, it's a soft cover book. Dudes, it's, honestly, if you're interested in geology, just go on Amazon and get a used textbook. The dude you want is Stephen Marshak. He writes all of the geology textbooks for all of the universities and colleges. It's his book. Super basic. Even the more complex stuff in there is understandable by anyone. Learn about Earth processes. I mean, you live on this friggin' planet, right? Let's go. Tour tracker up to date now. Guys almost got wiped out by a random pylon sitting on the side of the road. Tour tracker up to date. Thank you, X-Man. I'm going to try to give it a refresh here. Live. Let's go. Yep, 36. Yeah, dude, you're right. Thank you, X-Man Panoy. Kron here, arm waving back at Peo Bilbao. Come on, dude. We're in a break. And everything's back together here. Coming back. Look at this. Peo Bilbao, Buitrago on the front here now. 5 or 6 in the front group. 10 riders just behind them a little bit here. They're just at the back of the roundabout. Once entering the roundabout, the other group's exiting the roundabout. The Bahrain Victorious Rider having a lot of looks back, seeing what kind of damage he's causing here. So, dudes, let's just stick here for now. So, Awesome Tour Tracker is back live. Orange Crush. Boy, Orange Crush. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, humanity is the only species on Earth that is intelligent enough to kill itself off and too egotistic to not do so. Dudes, I'm actually listening to the book right now, Nuclear War by Annie Jacobson. She's been on a bunch of my podcasts. Dude's fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating. The growth of the proliferation, the proliferation, they say that all the time too, of nuclear weapons by the US early on. Guys, at one point they were making, dude, this is insane to me. At one point during that whole Cold War stuff, once the US, basically there was a spy that stole the original plans for Little Boy, I would imagine it was, the first nuclear bomb, stole it and gave it to the Russians, who basically made the exact same bomb. We're like, thank you. But dudes, there was a point there, I can't remember which year it was, and this doesn't even seem real, that the US was making between 3 and 5 nuclear weapons per frickin' day. Per day. Per day. Day. Not per month, not per week, not per year. Per day. There were like years where they were making like 1,000 to 2,000 nuclear weapons per year. That was the big Cold War buildup. And then the Russians said, oh yeah, hold my beer. We're doing it too. So I'm just getting to that part of the book right now. And she also has one, Biological War. She's got a good Area 51 book. I'm like, that would be good to read too. So I'm going to get into all those. Plus, I need a geology one. Stephen Jay Gould. We're having cake talk. We're having a lot of orange talk here. Ooh, I like this Japanese barbecue sauce and sriracha. Just common knowledge for everyone, guys. Yeah, who's making dinner? When are we having the Inside Cycling World dinner that I'm not cooking? Because I am the worst cook on the planet, guys. Dudes, you can see here right now, going along the coastline here, the sprint point at Benincassim. We've already been through it. We're going to turn back onto that road, go back down the road, and take a different climb. Let's see if I can show this for you here, guys. You can see it right there. Now, looking at the map here, we're heading from west to east, from left to right across the screen. We're going to turn, just pretend we're heading north, and we probably are heading roughly north, back through Benincassim, the sprint point. We'll see that again. No sprint points this time. Up into the hills, and at this point here, the Parc Natural des Palms, we won't follow the yellow line over here towards this category 2. We've already done that. We're going to follow this nice deep dark orange red line here. And this is where we enter the gravel at this point that says T right here. That's our gravel ascent up to the top of the category 1, and then we rip the backside all the way back into the finish. Dude, I love it. Resume tracking. Someone said that Google Earth Pro can show me the before and after. Oh, come on. I just missed it. Yeah, it was Uncle Trellin. Google Earth Pro can show you the before and after the now. Once the channel gets so massive, guys, and we've got sponsors, I'm going to just subscribe to everything. Until then, I'm too poor. Rail St. Colin, you mixing it up. The Nepal stuff is not lost. It's now in the earth itself. So for archaeologists, it's not. That's right. They'll find out later. Google Earth Pro, I think there's a free trial. But yeah, I think Google Earth Pro is $75 a month. Not paying that. There's no way. Rock Van Goost. Hey guys, honest question here. Good question, dude. You think Jonas would beat Poggy more if he was on UAE? Now, dude, are you saying if Jonas was on UAE and Poggy was on a different team? I think that's your question. Okay, reading on here, dudes. So are we talking about Poggy and Jonas being on the same team, or if Jonas had UAE at his disposal to beat Poggy? I mean, Poggy's got a super team ahead of him here. He's got 4 or 5 incredible riders ahead of him. Dudes, let's get into it. We'll take a look at Poggy's team. Here's Poggy, number 11. João Almeida, number 12. Domin Novak, Ivo Oliveira, Pavel Sivakov, Pablo Torres, Kevin Remarque, the American. A lot of people don't realize there's an American on this team. Jay Vine, the Australian. Super, super strong team. Super strong team. 32.4 to go, guys. Speed is actually increasing again. As we get deeper into the stage, the speed is going up all the way. 43.1 right now with a schwack of climbing in it, guys. This is a very fast stage. UAE's driving hard now. They're trying to bring these guys back. Gap is coming down. We're under 2 minutes now. The detail profile here shows the climb. It looks like to me that the steepest part of the climb is right through the gravel section too. Yeah, the gravel section starts later in the climb, and that's where we're seeing all the black color here on the detail profile. Wow. Says the gravel section starts at 154.3 kilometers into the stage. Yeah, I'd say it's going to be close to there. The steepest part will be in the gravel. Dudes, earlier this, actually it was during the tour when we didn't see Wout there racing. Wout was out training on these narrow little gravel paths. So maybe he still got something in reserve to go on the gravel. Poggy's still the strongest regardless. Yeah, his watts per kilo numbers on the climbs are higher than Jonas's. So I got to think, if it's just a watts versus watts race, Poggy said Kevin Vermarque. We just talked about the American here. He's back. He's dropping off now. Kevin Vermarque just drops away. Alma saying that Elon Musk is building a $100 billion X-Force launch pad facility in Louisiana. I guess we're fighting space aliens now. Mr. DiBiase, wasabi mashed potatoes. Dude, I'm in already. I love a horseradishy type flavoring. Mashed potatoes would be my ultimate go-to food. Sauteed spinach with garlic, lemon honey sriracha salmon. Okay, dude, I'm going to pass on the salmon. I got to sub something else in. I'll just have a chicken breast. I did tell myself I'm going to start eating fish and chips. I want to be that guy. UAE completely built around Poggy. He won before the team was strong. Yeah, that's right. He has the strongest team. Okay, let's say that Poggy is on Red Bull. On the climbs, dude. Rock, great question, dude. This is a good way to stir up the conversation. Yeah, it doesn't matter which team they're on. I think on the climbs, Poggy's always going to win. But it sure helps having such a strong team for all these chase efforts, right? So Poggy, when he goes on the climb, he's going to beat everyone. But without this team here, he would have to do a lot more work to bring these breaks back. That's kind of what I think. Tell me I'm wrong. Ponderosa up this Glen. As many times as Poggy goes on long solos to win, I doubt that Vingegaard would beat him if he had UE and Poggy had some other team. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think Poggy would be a little bit more reduced at the start of the climb if he didn't have UAE. He's always got 4 or 5 riders with him. Always. Other teams, not like that. You'll see lots of teams where it'll be, Gall and 1, maybe 2 teammates. Ineos, the same deal. Poggy's got like 4 or 5 guys dedicated to him all the time. Bringing back. The gap's coming down now, guys. They got a 1 minute, 35 second gap. 8.7 kilometers to the top of the climb. We'll jump into Tour Tracker, see where we're at. This needs to catch up a little bit. We've got 29.3 kilometers to go. So slightly delayed here. We've gone through the sprint point already. This is about 1.5 kilometers behind right now. We are on basically the lowermost slopes of this climb. I may have to manually update this. Is this going to kick me out again? Ugh. Yeah, that's terrible how that's working right now. I wonder if it's glitched again. Nope. Okay, good. 29 to go. Perfect. Tour Tracker for the win. Love it. Absolutely love this. What is Tour Tracker worth, guys? What do you guys think? What would you pay for this? PCS is $60 a year, I believe. $60 US. I pay for that. Pin map, I'm paying way too much. Vigilante Design crushed my soul when he sent me that message last night. So, dudes, we're just going to hang out here for now. Aaron's talking about there's an entire island in the Hawaiian chain just southeast of Maui that one cannot go to because of munitions from 42 to the 60s from the armed forces out of Pearl Harbor. Uncle Traveling Manny saying that Poggy can lead everyone after 100 kilometers when he chooses. Yeah, he's just the strongest rider. His watts per kilo show it on the climbs. Guys, that's on a climb, it's all about watts per kilo. That's it. So when they're showing like he climbed at 7.1 watts per kilo for the final 40 minutes, all the other pros are doing 6.4, 6.5, maybe 6.7. They just can't sustain those watts per kilos. On the flats, it's all about absolute wattage. That's where Poggy can be beaten. On a TT flat stage, you'd think the little riders would have an advantage. They do because they have a smaller frontal area, but proportionately, their frontal area to power output doesn't scale small guy versus big guy. So that's why you see like a Ghana capable to win against a smaller dude. Sometimes. Most of the times. It's going to be a bigger guy will beat the smaller dudes. Then Remco shows up and does something different. Got an attack here from Andres Krohn here right now. And I think he's trying to go with the Burgos rider here. This would be Diaz, I believe. Let me have a look at that, guys, in a second here. The group is starting to splinter now, which is going to hurt their breakaway chances. Bilbao has already been dropped. Buitrago is still there, so it's Krohn and Craps for Lotto Intermarché in the whitish pink. From a distance, I'm like, I can't tell if that's a Burgos jersey. It's a whitish purpley pink. Intermarché wearing their new jerseys here. Gravel and steep, let's go. In the pipe, 5x5. Poggy might be going nuclear soon, guys. Yeah, talking about nuclear weapons, we got Poggy here. Carlos Canal for Movistar is fading now. The lead-out Trek rider, that would be Jacopo Mosca, I think it was. Okay. Yeah, like I think Poggy would wear himself out more at the beginning. Maybe he'd be like, 5%, 10% diminished before the climb, but he's still the best climber. Oh, it's Patrick Conrad who's fading here. Patrick Conrad for lead-out Trek fading here right now. Two-door rider, Picnic Pausonel. That group is getting splintered real quick here, guys. 125 back to the Poggy group. Gonna try to scan around here a little bit, guys. Definitely where we need some Bike Terra action right now, right? So we're going up the exact same road we went up earlier. So these guys have already seen all this. This would have been a great race to be at today. You could see them go by twice. You could see them do the descent twice later on. Obviously, you want to be on the climb, see them go by a little bit slower. Yeah, Poggy would be more vulnerable to attack without all of that UAE firepower. Yeah. I mean, even right now, guys, on the climb, Poggy still has 1, 2. He's got 3 riders of him still. Probably J Vine, Almeida. I'll try to give you the other name when I can see him. Oh, yeah. Mashed potatoes. Wasabi on one day, horseradish on the second day, Parmigiano on the third day. I think that's what we're talking about there. J Vine from Just In Case is saying J Vine also has crazy high watts per kilo, and he's like maybe the 3rd best rider at UAE. Yeah, dude, totally. Watts per kilo on climbs, absolute watts on the flats. Ghana will push 500 watts on the flats. Poggy cannot push 500 watts on the flat. That's just physiology, guys. He can't. Over extended durations. Ghana can. When I say 500, it's probably more like 450. Poggy can push extremely high watts per kilo on the climb because he's a lot lighter than Ghana. Yeah, J Vine on the front here, guys. Looking relaxed, non-greasy mustache, even better. Primos lurking right behind Poggy. Primos is rocking a really stylish facial hair right now. Guys, if I could grow facial hair, I'd go full Tony Stark route. I'd have things going up the side of my face here. Yellow sunglasses all the time. Even at night. Ooh, that would be good. Smoked Alberta elk bison burgers would be delicious for sure. Dude, I see bison all the time here. When I drive up to the office, there's a bison farm right there. Those things are absolutely friggin' massive. More riders splintering away here. Actually, that was the back of the peloton there. But yeah, there's damage happening at the back. Yeah, Mr. DiBiase, there's gravel on the stage. Looking at the map right now, Mr. DiBiase, you can see here we're on the yellow little snaky circuit. It jumps off onto this orangey red part. That's where we're going to jump off the course. So we've already been past here once today. We take a secondary goat path up here. Right here where it says T, Tramo de Tierra. We transition into a gravel segment. I have no idea how gravelly it is. Is it chunky? We're not sure. Is it a high-speed gravel? We're going to find out real quick. I'd say 7 riders left in this front group here right now. It says 8. Glog, Buitrago fighting for KOM points. Ramses De Bruyne, Garofoli, Krohn, Diaz, Lars Kraps for Lotto Intermarché. And also, don't forget, we have Urko Barada there as well for Equipa Kern Pharma. So, repping the Pro Series teams here really nicely. Albanese in the break, just caught by UAE. So again, guys, UAE firepower leading the way for Poggy, dialing back everything. If Poggy didn't have a strong team, he'd be sitting here by himself going, do I have to do all the work? They wouldn't catch these breaks. Or they probably would with Poggy, but he's not Superman either. Jarno Vidar today is sitting right on the very back of the GC peloton. Number 201, grabbing a bottle here from a helper on the side of the road. Maybe that's why he was way back there, just to grab that bottle. Pours it over his back, 1 squirt, throws the bottle away. He just wanted 1 squirt of water. Lynn says there's 4 kilometers of gravel. I wasn't sure how long it was. Thank you, Lynn. Who's this dude? Wappy, where are you from, dude? Tell me right now. We're going to get the pin map just like to perfection here real quick, guys. De Bruyne is in the front group. Ramses De Bruyne for Alpecin Premier Tech is in that front group. He's 4 minutes, 44 seconds behind overall. Dudes, is there anyone in this front group that's any... Let's look at the virtual classification right now. Poggy goes over and has to snag a bottle. Poggy was thirsty. Don't really see that a lot. Generally, at this point, they would just keep smashing. Front group, it's Ramses De Bruyne who's making the big move today, guys. He's moved up 8 positions at this point. Thomas Glog here is now being caught by the UAE freight train. So Ramses De Bruyne is the big winner in that front group if it was to end right now. Unfortunately, the race isn't over yet. So we'll bounce back here. And we'll try Tour Tracker again here. 25.4 to go. On flow, 24.8 here, roughly. I always find Tour Tracker is a little bit ahead too. So the breakaway group, according to Tour Tracker, is on the secondary road right now. Not sure when the gravel starts exactly. I think it's further up the road still. Pablo Torres on the front now for Poggy, and I think he's the only UAE rider left. It's up to Poggy after this. Yep. 1 UAE rider yet. Future superstar for UAE coming up. And Poggy on the front. The balance of the UAE team is gone. And I don't see any of them left at all. Unless they're just hiding on the back here. This is our front group. On pavement still. There's 7 riders in that front group. So we have officially lost one of them. Diaz for Burgos BH just hanging on here. Yeah, that is the front. Okay. So Wappy, let me know where you're from, dude. Dude, good question. I love this question here. Do you think Poggy could win the tour with no team? Dude, it would be a lot harder, but probably. He probably could win with no team, but it wouldn't be as dominant because basically all these chases, he's just Poggy's wheel sucking. He's just sitting on teammates' wheels. You can see the different looks on their faces. When you're out front, grimace face. When you're in the peloton drafting, you're not grimacing as much. You're not doing a Tim Rex. No doubt the strongest rider, but it's pretty nice to have the strongest team. Yeah, dude, De Bruyne is in the front. That front group of 7 now is now splintering. I'll let you know as soon as I see it. He's definitely in the front group. So if you're a Ramses De Bruyne fan, you better be happy about this. Now it's showing the cutoff road. It's all repaved too. I'm just noticing that here too. This is the Poggy group. We're under 20 riders in the front group. Looks like Riccatello is hanging off the back. Another rider for Decathlon here. Ooh. This is riders being caught. The Lidl Trek rider here has been caught. That'll be Patrick Conrad, just caught by Poggy. Poggy accelerates right now. Poggy's going. He's accelerating this 8% segment here. They are not on the gravel. Looks like the breakaway up front, the 7 riders, now it's down to 5 riders up front. Buitrago, De Bruyne, Garofoli, Krohn, and Jose Manuel Diaz for Burgos BH. Pro-level rider, not a World Tour rider, hanging at the front with the big boys. Poggy's accelerating. Dudes, come on. Shaka Khan in the pipe, 5x5. Let's go. Is Poggy going to come around for 709er? He's on it now, guys. He's on it. Carapaz is there. Gall. Primos riding third wheel. Enric Mas looks like he's fourth wheel. And dudes, up ahead, they are grinding. It's actually Ramses De Bruyne leading the way up here, guys. Here's De Bruyne. Andres Krohn. Garofoli's right there too. That's who that is on camera. Dudes, 18% through this segment here. 18%. I still haven't seen the gravel yet. Where's the gravel? Wow. De Bruyne pulls a gap on them. De Bruyne pulls a gap, guys. And a lot of you dudes here in the Inside Cycling World chat community know you're cycling because some of you were giving De Bruyne a call out here to win today. So it is De Bruyne who's going right now. Dude, I love your question. Could Poggy win the Tour without a team? I love it. I actually seen some 19% gradients here. Ramsey's still in front. Not that there have been any chance of winning today, but that's another story. The gravel looked more like cinder when it was shown on TV earlier. Dave's saying no one wins it without team support. Poggy leading the way here right now. There's a Lotto Intermarché rider with him. That could be Lars Kraps from earlier. Gap, 23 seconds now, guys. 23 seconds. Ramses De Bruyne on it. Poggy coming. Let's go. Wappy Wappy is somewhere in England. Okay, dude. You're going on the pin map tomorrow. D-Trek. Poggy should have attacked by now. Dude, he's on the attack. He's going. Poggy could win the Tour with one leg and no teammates. We're going to amp it up even more. Wappy Wappy is going for De Bruyne. Okay, so Poggy now, I think he's just past Diaz for Burgos. The Burgos rider just jumps on Poggy's wheel. Poggy had a little look back at him too. I wonder if he gave him some encouragement. De Bruyne on the gravel is dirt. Dirt, guys. We're not talking chunky gravel. We're talking, dude, it looks like a really compacted dirt. Bone dry. They're just going to rock and roll up here. Poggy, this is when you need a mechanical. He won't get one. Just watch. Poggy never is rare for Poggy to get a mechanical. Dudes, they're coming. 3 seconds between De Bruyne, Buitrago, and Krohn. And Poggy is going to be bridging up to them right away. And then there's only one guy left there is De Bruyne. Who's going to rocket that descent better? Yeah, breakaways destroyed. Mr. Biot, I almost got cursed out last year's tour for suggesting they get rid of cobbles, but I have a genuine curiosity. It's dangerous and the riders' machines are fine-tuned. Why risk riders with hazards? Dudes, I think it's kind of like shout out to yesteryear when they did have to ride this stuff. And, dudes, I think it's also too, gravel is such a big thing in bike racing right now. Gravel endurance racing, like Unbound, Dirty Kansas, if you want to call it that. that people want to see this stuff. It's a good crossover transition. A lot of guys, a lot of these pros ride this kind of stuff too. So Riccatello's gone. Tony's saying that Poggy will win the stage blind. So, guys, apparently Poggy can win the stage without a team, the tour, without a team, one-legged, and blindfolded. Who wants to kick it up another notch? We need something else on that. And bankrupt. I'm going to throw that in there too. He can do it all. Red 5, stay on target. D-Trek saying the descent does look nasty. Poggy's pulling up on Ramsey's De Bruyne right now. He's going to freight train right past him. I love watching the little looks they give each other. De Bruyne doing well here, but we're talking Mr. 4-time Tour de France winner, Poggy. 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. Number 11, Poggy just goes right by him. Effortless. No flats, nothing ever. De Bruyne sitting 10, 15 meters back. Had no chance of hanging on to Poggy there. So Poggy, let's see how hard he rips the descent. I'd say for Poggy here too, good move. Get in front of everyone before the descent. Then he can take the descent at his pace. He's not chasing anyone, maybe riding over his limits, I guess is what I'm saying. He'll have a little bit of a buffer. He's going to get KOM points here too. Felix Gall, I can see him here riding right now in that Felix Gall style, kind of very upright, mechanical style to me. Looks like 141 here for EF. That's Carapaz. Primoz, 2 riders ahead. Who's wearing the Young Riders jersey? I don't know. Youths. Who's in the Youths jersey? Oscar Only. Okay, that's Oscar Only there. So he's hard to figure out where he is right now. I'll jump back to Tour Tracker here, guys. 23.7. Yeah, so this is where we're at. As they make their way up this ridgeline here. I don't even know how far the gravel continues. Up here, does it go right to the top? There's an observatory at the top here too. We'll see that in a little bit. Here's our groups. And it continues to be quite steep through you guys. 2.5 kilometers to go to the top of the climb. Loving this. This is bike racing, guys. So yeah, Poggy gets the lead on the way up. We'll put a buffer. He can ride the descent, which is technical and dangerous, apparently, allegedly. He can ride it at his pace and not be worried about chasing some demon descender because he wants to win. I think Poggy's like, I'm winning everything from now on. Maybe he's got the mentality that, oh, you hate me for winning everything? I'm going to win even more. He's going to win even more. Oh, Mr. DiBiase is making batches of wooden spatulas. Dude, I love it. Wow. JD Adventure from Utah, I believe. Poggy, I looked it up, said his average VO2 max, I think this is a calculated, guesstimated one, 96 VO2 max, which is like beyond God tier. That's beyond God tier, guys. Beyond. I think Lance Armstrong, they said in his day, because Le Monde always talks about it. Armstrong's was measured like at 85 or 86 in a lab. I think Le Mans was measured at 92. Gall is fighting back. Yeah, he's coming back now, guys. Viking, don't nerf the world. What are we talking about, man? Don't nerf the world. Was I nerfing the world? Was someone else nerfing the world? Nina, the battle is for second. Can Primoz hang on to second on GC against Oscar? He was riding directly ahead of him. Here's Carapaz. Here's Oscar only now. I'm seeing Gall in the distance with Primoz. So Gall and Gall always does this. He explodes, takes his time, diesels his way back up. So he's now past Carapaz and Ollie, and he's on Primoz's wheel. So I believe right now it's Poggy, Primoz, Gall at this point. And I got to catch up, guys. I'm way behind. Oh, yeah. D-Trek. 96 VO2 max is like having a second set of lungs. Yeah, you never tire. You've got that genetic gift. A lot of training. Here comes Richard. Richard looks like he's going to make a move on Oscar only here. So good thing about this gravel ascent, guys, is dirt. Looks like really compacted dirt. And it looks like it gets a lot of travel, so they're really not slipping anywhere on this gravel segment. Even with it being steep. Oh yeah, and he's on a neutral service bike. Dave kicks it up another level. No team, one-legged, blindfolded on a neutral service bike. There we go. Nina's saying that both Poggy and Primoz have come off on gravel in the past. LV. This dude. Brand new dude here right now. Dude, we've got 430 people here in the chat right now. Holy crap. Holy shnikes. Welcome to Inside Cycling World. I'm Colin. I never look at the camera enough, do I? Maybe that's a good thing. I'm too busy reading all your comments. Poggy in his own world. No one to contest. No one. He's him. Dude, I like that. I am him. I'm going to start using that on a daily basis now. Road to full dominance of the world. That's where I'm going to. Budster is saying, Budster's back. He was here yesterday. Budster, where are you from again, dude? I asked you yesterday where you're from. I don't know if you responded. I'm working on a new pin map. Let's get it. Dudes, I'm not sure. Well, according to PCS, the gravel finishes right before the top, and Primoz and Felix are still on it. There, it's over. They've got one rider ahead of them. I think Ramsey De Bruyne is still out front. That could be Enric Mas too. It's a blue jersey. Hard to tell. Dude, bike path. This is a bike path descent. It is very narrow, this road. I've seen worse. It looks well paved. It doesn't look like a rough surface, so I don't really know where this is going to get really bad. Oh, this is crazy. You can see, oh, they're back on dirt. Back on dirt. Okay, that was weird. Actually, back on some dirt on the corner and then a bit of broken gravel. Someone here is bridging back to Poggy. Yeah. Someone is coming back to Poggy here. Wow. Enric Mas is clawing his way back to Poggy, guys. And definitely pulling his way back. Good to see that. Okay, I can see them all now. Poggy, Enric Mas, Gall, Primoz. Really rough, broken surface here. Guys, so we kind of hit the top after the gravel. Came off the gravel onto some good pavements. It does kick again on crappy pavements. We like to say crappy a lot here, or loser. Guys, I'll tell you right now, I use loser at least 200 to 300 times a day. Common knowledge. Everything's a loser to me. Loser. I don't know why. It's my polite way of swearing at people. Here's the observatory. So they do pass the observatory at the top. Dudes, I'm going back to Short Track for a second. Kadoosh. It is behind. Yeah, it's a full kilometer behind right now. There we go. There we go. So we've been over that stuff there. The top of the climb there. I think we've actually passed the observatory. That might have been later on. Or it could have been other riders on the descent now. Everyone's coming down the hill. Dude, Enric Mas passes Poggy. Enric Mas passes Poggy. Let's go, dude. Come on. Let's go. I am now the world's greatest supporter of Enric Mas. I've just become it. To see a dude get back on with Poggy. Poggy's looking back a lot. Motorbike right on their heels here. Dude, I love this. Primoz is about 30 seconds back with Gall and De Bruyne. This is that the chapel. They're up. Cameras are showing the video showing the chapel that they passed. That's the Puerto El Bartolo. Obviously, they're down the road, guys, because that's delayed. Let me get back to the tracking here. Equus calling me. Yeah, I know. I already paid my bill yesterday. Leave me alone. You're getting a hang up. That'll be an automatic call anyway. Colin Boyson, dude, welcome aboard. Top 3 to end. Are you asking about who's going to win the stage? Dude, I'm liking Enric Mas right now. Enric Mas shepherding Poggy down the descent here. It is very narrow, guys. There's no barriers. There's no protection here. but brand new road surface. Brand new road surface. Oh, dude, Cubing Austria. Is that your name, dude? Cubing, dude, what is Cubing Austria? What's that all about? Colin Boyson, where you from, dude? You're getting added to the map. Colin, you're new here, dude, but your name's Colin. You're automatically like right to the friggin' pinnacle of this channel. I need to know where you're from. And then Cubing Austria, obviously you're Austrian. And he rides a bicycle as well. So, a unicycle, I mean. So, yeah. Oh, Poggy goes off course. Poggy goes off course, guys. Poggy, ultimate superstar bike handler, allegedly just ran off the course. Mr. Enric Mas didn't. So what do you say about that, dudes? I'm saying there's a chance. Poggy just went completely off course into the shrubberies and busheries on the side of the road. Yeah, good douche right there. Easily back on though, guys. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. Watching the replay here. Mas leading the way. He's telling Poggy, hey, dude, slow down, bro. Slow down. Tour de France winner. Okay, they didn't show any more there. He's telling Poggy, hey, dude, slow down, man. You're not good enough for this. You like how I did that? Oh, we're getting the funky chicken here on Tour Tracker right now, guys. I'm going to move that a little bit for you. I'm going to spin it around. Dude, I think right now, Poggy's pretty lucky to have Enric Mas here with him. Now, here's the replay. Poggy went into the lead, locked up the back end, skidded twice, went off, did a Lance Armstrong, got his foot down. Yeah, you screwed up big time, dude. Enric Mas blows past him again. Enric Mas is now saying, hey, dude, just stay back there. I'm going to show you how this is done. Dude, you can't be good at everything. But yeah, on a unicycle. All goats have haters. Exactly, dude. Yeah, exactly. And 20 kilograms of weight on his bike and still smashing everywhere. Dude, he's the best. No doubt he's the best. He almost blew his race right there. That could have been on... Dude, I'm being overly dramatic. Where he went off wasn't really that bad. But yeah, earlier before that, Enric was telling him, hey, dude, slow down. Slow down a bit here. And then Poggy, the next camera scene is Poggy sliding his back wheel to the left on the right-hand bend, almost losing it, keeping it upright into the gravel bushery area, as we call it. Gall, Primoz, and Ramses De Bruyne chasing here. They're 27 seconds down. I wonder if Enric Mas knows this really well, because he seems really comfortable on it. And Poggy's just following the lead here. Yeah. Hey, Poggy, you owe Enric Mas a small parting gift at the end of the race. 458 people, you guys. 463. I love it, dudes. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Colin. We're waiting for Colin to tell me where he's from. We're waiting for Budster to tell me where he's from so I can add him to the pin map. Once you're on the pin map, you're there forever. For every race we do from now on. Two riders movement got here, guys. 16 kilometers to go. We're right on. We're in the pipe. 5x5. Locked in tight. Lock in. Look into my eyes. I'll give you one of those too. Wow. So good, man. Dude, good. Matt, could Armstrong have challenged Poggy if they were racing each other day? I think he could have. Remember, different time, different training, different nutrition, different training techniques. I think, yeah, put Poggy back to the year 1999, 2000. I think they would have been on par with each other. 24 seconds from Mas, Poggy to the Primoz group. Actually, Primoz is sitting on the back of this group too. Is De Bruyne leading the way? Gall following him? Yeah, slap a like, guys. Neutral bike with flat pedals. Dave just takes it to a whole nother level. It's a neutral service unicycle with flat pedals. LMF Whitley Bay here. Dude, Whitley Bay is finally back on a neutral service bike with 8-speed down tube gear levers. Oh yeah, dude, clicking in the down tube. That's the kind of bike probably most of us started on. Good shift. Good. Dude, good shift. At the end of the day yesterday, I asked you where you're from. Good shift. It's good shift, actually. I want to get you on the map, dude, because you're back. Dudes, what's the map? This is the map. That's the pin map. We're filling up the entire world with my pin map. And after that, we're going to graduate to the Google Earth map. And we're going to talk cycling, geology, whatever you guys want. Intracratonic plate boundaries, Atlantis, a lot of cycling mixed in there too. Boom. 14.7Ks to go, guys. What a great stage this has been. What a great stage. Sorry if I'm behind in the chat, but this is the best I can do, guys. But I love the comments. I love the hilarity of this channel. Mass is fighting back. Dude, Mass is doing fantastic here. Hey, Poggy. If you're ever going to gift a stage, I think it's today. If you're ever going to gift a stage, I think it's today. I would love to see Enric Mas. Dude, you can look it up online right now. When was the last time Enric Mas won something? I think it's been a very, very long time. Very, very long time. Budster. Budster, thanks, dude. Foothill Ranch, California. Okay, dude. I'm going to add you on. Come back tomorrow. Ranch, California. Dude, I'm actually going full analog and I'm writing this out for you. You will get added. There's just too much action right now to get into this. Dude, there was a tiny bit of dirt descent. Then they kind of pipped back up onto some real crappy, loserish pavements. See that? Poggy back in the lead now, guys. And the road is widened up a lot here. Sorry, guys. I'm actually off camera here now. There we go. So Poggy almost butchered the race. I don't think it was as bad as what was being promoted. It was narrow, but it was freshly paved, and the road surface looks fantastic here. Even I could ride this on a unicycle. Actually, dudes, Poggy could win on a Strider bike. Strider bike. He would just kind of like waddle along. That's how good he is right now. Tony saying, no chance Armstrong beats Poggy in a fair race. Poggy in a class of his own. Once in a generation rider will never be seen again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving Mass today. Yeah, people forget Mass is 3 times second at La Vuelta. This is his race. Enric Mas doing it for Spain. This is from Nina. Ty Taylor. Cheers from Katy, Texas. Ty Taylor. Ty Taylor. Katy, Texas. What happens in Katy, Texas? Is it oil country? Is it cattle country? It's probably both. Java Bay Coffee. Be interesting if Poggy gets clopped at the top. What are they showing here? Here's her masses telling Poggy again. Slow the hell down, dude. Yeah, it looks like a crappy... And they're showing the replay again. Skid. Gets it back. Skids it again. Bounces into the grass. You could tell there was panic there because he had his foot unclipped. He goes, I gotta get back on. I gotta get back on. Poggy is the cannibal. That's from Roberto Lopez. Okay, so Mass did get points at the top. Sorry, guys, I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up here right now. I'm trying to read everyone's comments. Yeah, passing Poggy on a climb is such a power. Dude, incredible seeing Mass. I'm like, who is this coming back? Dudes, when they hit that crappy pavement, I'm not sure. When I saw Poggy hit it, I think he might have had a slight mechanical there, like a gear shift problem, because it kind of went from having a big gap to nothing. So I don't know if he was fighting his gears there. I'd love to see that later. That's just the kind of things that I see when I'm watching. Going, what just happened there? It was like he completely slowed down. They were on a smooth surface, hit a tiny bit of dirt, and then kicked right up again. There's a double kick on the top of that last climb today, right here. There's a little low in the between and then the very top. It seemed like something happened. Guys, I'm trying to give a reason why Poggy got caught by Mass there. I think it might have been Mass's motivation and a little bit of a mechanical or a hiccup by Poggy there. Poggy's got something hanging down from his seat here. What is that? I don't know if he stuck gel wrappers into the rails underneath his seat. He doesn't want to pollute. Yeah, Poggy almost crashed it because I got to catch up. I got to catch up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing a virtual sticky bottle right now. So 2 up the road. They got a 14-second gap over the Primos group. Carapat's group is at 32 seconds. The descent is almost done here, guys. They'll be on the flats right away, crossing probably under that main highway, the AP7. Yeah, different nutrition. Exactly, dude. Different nutrition. Good shift. Thank you, dude. I don't know where that is. It's somewhere in Georgia. Smyrna? Smyrna. I've never heard of Smyrna, Georgia, but I'm going to find it today. Dude, I'm seeing 473 people watching right now. This is what we do every day, dudes. Every frickin' day we follow bike racing. And if I miss a stage, it's because something extremely catastrophic was happening in my life. This is my job. This is part of my job. My other job is doing property management and riding my bike. Dude, I will be banging out right under 50K today. I got to eat before that because there's something up with me yesterday, dudes. D-Trek saying this stage finish will be a top 8 GC sprint. Who gets it? Dude, Poggy can out sprint Mass pretty much any day of the week. De Bruyne's chasing. I think De Bruyne's probably the fastest out of the chasers. Primoz is there too. Yeah, Poggy tried a Roglic, no guts, no glory, and it went a bit haywire. Oh, can you imagine the team just losing their minds? Poggy, please, just slow it down. Yeah, is Poggy versus Armstrong the equivalent of Tyson versus Muhammad Ali? Dude, it totally is. I think Armstrong had enough drive and motivation. Okay, let's bring Armstrong from the past into now. Give him all the nutrition, all the training, the mental coaches, everything. I think he would be a Poggy. Sure, why not? Would he be a Jonas? Totally. Who's Dante? Dante Aposto. Aposto is from the Philippines. Where are you from, dude? Antipolo. Dude, I gotta see if I can find that. Dude, I'm writing it all down. Hamrick, just watching in silence your column, but you can add me to Victoria, Vancouver Island if you have time. Dude, you're in Victoria? Dude, I don't think I have anyone in Victoria. We will go pin map, guys. Oh, sorry, not Hamrick. Liam. Dude, I don't know how to say your name. Liam Merrick? Dude. Who do we have? We have no... Dude, I'm going to add you in Victoria because my mom lives in Victoria. Liam Merrick. Dude, I'm running out of paper. Dude, one of my favorite parts of every day is laughing about how I say your guys' names as I quickly try to read it on my little 6-inch phone screen as I stare at it and I never look there. So, dude, we're going to add you on for sure. 6.9 Ks. It's 21 seconds to the Primoz groups, 31 seconds to the Carapaz group, 1 minute 29 to the Oscar only group. Oscar only, falling further back, GC top 10. So, Liam, you're definitely going into the Victoria slot there. Ponderosa saying, my first race bike, had 6 speeds and tubular tires. Dude, I've never raced tubulars. I don't even know how many gears my first bike had. Dude, my first road bike was a Miata 610, triple ring, a touring bike. I thought I was fast on it. I was 18. Come on. You know? Yeah, Gator Todd, we're doing a new pin map. So Vigilante Designs, aka VD, said, dude, why are you paying $12.95 a month for that map? Because that's what I have to pay for it. We're poor here. He says, you can use Google Earth for free. I'm like, really? So I'm going to try it on Google Earth to see what happens. So I will be transcribing all of the pins today. Yeah, okay, dude, I'm committed. I don't know how I'm going to do all this, but I'm doing it. Oh yeah, another one. Schumi versus Lewis. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, and in case you missed it, yeah, Poggy locked up the back wheel twice, slid off a corner, saved it. Jabba Big Coffee. Yeah, Poggy was trying to get rid of him here. Mass is working with him now. They're riding together. Dudes, I got to catch up. I'm so far back. Take Poggy back to 2000 and Lance wins. That's what Todd's saying. Dude, I think you could bring Lance to now and he could win. I watched it on TV because the internet feeds are Dumoulin today. Colin, a viewer from you. We got a viewer from UAE. Where? I've got inside details from Dave here. Dave, bro, TO in the house. Love you, Dave. I love your messages to me. Dave sends me pictures all the time, guys. It makes my day. Makes me feel that we are actually all dudes together, united, loving cycling. Dudes, group's getting bigger at the front here. 5 riders chasing at 30 seconds. So we got 5 in this front group now. Sorry, a chasing group, the Roglic group behind Mass and Poggy up front. Ramsey's De Bruyne on the front, laying down the watts here. They've got under 5 kilometers to go. Poggy's got 4.3 kilometers to go, it looks like. Justin, Enric Mas's last professional cycling victory was the 2022 Giro dell'Emilia. Dude, is that the one where he beat Poggy? I've got a feeling that it was the dell'Emilia where he beat Poggy in an uphill finish. Dude, Justin, can you find that out? Can you see who won that race? Otherwise, I'm doing it at the end. I might do it right away. Yeah, Mr. DiBiase. The sounds of the engines were so much better. The sounds of the engine right now are like garbage. Garbage. So I think we got a UAE guy in the chat right now. So, dude, I got to know where he's from exactly. I'm going to add him. Who is it? They get fined. Yeah, I think Poggy stuck wrappers. You can see the wrapper hanging from his bike seat. So I think he's jamming them under there. I guess he forgot about his jersey pockets or just magically ended there. Dude, that's the kind of finish I want. You know? That's what I want. That's what I want. There was nothing dangerous about that descent there. Enric Mas didn't go off the road. Poggy did. So, yeah, he's great at descending. He's great at bike handling. But sometimes, that's what makes it exciting. Dude, that was great. I loved it. Just scrolling, you guys. Colin's asking, do you think Primoz can get 3rd place podium? Are you saying in the end? Yeah, dude, probably. Enric Mas here, he's Mr. 2nd place at La Vuelta with Poggy right now. And I think he really helped Poggy out on the descent. So we got Dante. Here, I'll be adding you onto the pin map, dude. I gotta keep rolling on here. Ty Taylor. Okay, Katie. It's the outskirts of Houston. Big oil, big ag, lots of jobs, lots of cycling clubs out here. Thanks for the coverage. How is Jay Vine holding up? GC Coos. Jay Vine was doing most of the work for Poggy up, but we have no idea where they're right now. They're somewhere off the back. There's 2 up front, a chase of 5, another group of 5, Vider, who did so well a couple days ago. Was that just yesterday? 2 days ago. He's 3 minutes back today. Finish line's coming up imminently, guys. It's coming up right away. 95. Who's 95? 95 says Primoz comes back and wins the sprint. It's 31 seconds, so I think Poggy and Mas are staying away. 31 seconds to Primoz. Primoz, De Bruyne will probably be sprinting for 3rd place. Threshold meditation training. I'm sticking with mechanical gears. I don't want batteries on my bike. Dude, my virtual trainer is all mechanical. I ride it outside mechanical. Nothing wrong with mechanical, guys. Poggy is a smiling assassin, kills you, then all smiles at the finish line. I do miss the hair. Oh, yeah, I love the hair tufts sticking through. Yeah, D-Trek, it would be insane seeing Lance riding with 130 grams of carbs per hour. Yeah, remember, guys, back then, nutrition? Oh, here's a sticky bun. Here's a rice cake. Imagine trying to 2 kilometers to go here for our front 2. Dude, riding at World Tour level, jamming a rice cake into your mouth. Like, I would choke to death. Now they just sip it all day. It's in their bottles. It's in the gels. It's so much more advanced. That's right. Do not underestimate the sprint of Ramsey's. So to me, it's going to be like Ramsey's, Primoz in that final sprint. Ramsey's De Bruyne, looking at him right now, number 103 for Alpecin Premier Tech. De Gaul's there. I keep saying De Gaulle. I keep thinking Ramsey's, De Bruyne, De Gaulle, mix it up together. Matt saying Armstrong is the GOAT. What? Look at this dude here. Look, dude, This is like a fantasy. Do we really have a guy from Greenland? Are you really from Greenland? Michelle Danielson. Michelle Danielson from Nook. That is a real place. Danielson. Nook. Come on, I need confirmation. We need confirmation that Michelle Danielson is from... it is Michelle. We have another 1%er here. Michelle, are you female? You are part of the 1%. Sally Hassan is saying he didn't ride Olympus last week, did Kentaro instead. I'll have to look that one up. Francis. Filipino watching from Abu Dhabi. There he is. Abu Dhabi guy. Abu Dhabi guy. Abu Dhabi. Dudes, I'm trying to watch the end of the race too. We're under here. Let me just go. Dudes, I got to jump out of that now. UAE. Francis. UAE. Okay, dude, you're on the map. I got to do that all later, guys. God, I have so much homework to do later today. Dudes, I'm doing sticky bottle. Oh, this is crazy. The Prince. Okay, dudes, we got 2 up front. The greatest of all time, and Enric Mas, Mr. Second at La Vuelta. That's what he is right now. Going to the sprint. Come on, dudes, I'm cheering for Enric Mas. I can see the 5 chases and the distance. Mas, sit on his wheel till 1:25 to go and just pull something out of your bag of tricks and beat Poggy in this sprint. Out of all prayers I could have today, this is the one. This is the one. There's nothing else I want in the world than Enric Mas to win this sprint right now. Guys, they've been racing for 4 hours and 12 minutes. It is bang, bang time. We've seen it. Mas launches it. Poggy's going to sprint him. Come on, Mas. I don't think you can beat Poggy. You can't beat him. Sorry, dude. I'm so sorry for him. Mas is still sprinting. Poggy wins it, guys. Yeah. Just dominance. Poggy, I think you should take your watch off today and hand it to Enric Mas as a parting gift. Parting gift for guiding you down that descent there. Dudes, 5 riders coming in next. Carapaz, Gall, De Bruyne, Primos, and who am I missing? Tejeda. Tejeda won't be involved in this. It's going to be a Primos De Bruyne shootout here. Gall's going to try. Carapaz goes early up the right-hand side. Carapaz is already gone. Here comes De Bruyne. De Bruyne's lighting it up. De Bruyne's going to get 3rd place here. Carapaz has got a nice jump on him, though. Carapaz is going to get 3rd place, it looks like. Carapaz. De Bruyne. I'm going to say De Bruyne picked him at the line, guys. I think De Bruyne picked him. Poggy's on the cherry juice. Do not have, not the same kind of cherries that I ate that I almost crapped my pants during the night on. Dudes, get over to PCS right now. I'm in here. Yeah, Enric Mas. Dude, yes, I love Enric Mas now. Yeah, he had no chance. He didn't. Now, Mas tried to go, Poggy reacted, and then it was just basically... I was actually pretty impressed with Mas here that Poggy didn't really pull on him. He did look back to make sure, and then kind of, okay, I'll have a look again. Dude, I love the red shorts. Love it. I need some red bibs right now. Yeah. Sexy. I'll tell you that. All green. All green. Another new bro here. Dude, I can't believe we have almost 500 people watching today on a Thursday on not really the biggest stage of the race. That's for sure. So we need to figure out where All Green's from. You know what I do? All new names that I don't get locations from, they're going to have a special part on the map that I'll pick where you get to live until you actually tell me where. Holy crap, Michelle is not a dude. But Michelle, you are a dude. Welcome, dudes. If I call you a dude, Michelle, it is no disrespect. Everyone's a dude here. You're going to find out that I say dude way too much. And, okay, De Bruyne did get 3rd. I thought Carapaz, you heard me saying Carapaz. De Bruyne. De Bruyne did get 3rd. Just pipped out Carapaz. Harold to 4th. And if someone says dude, you say dude way too much, I'll just say, thanks, dude. And that's it. We continue on from there. Salih is in North Cyprus. Okay, dude, I'm going to get you on there. North Cyprus. Okay, you're going on. Okay, Nook, that's incredible that we got Greenland. Dude, we have someone from Greenland. Christopher Giunato. I think you're the dude that Dave just messaged me about. We got another guy from Dubai. How could that happen in one day? Probably because I'm the only one talking about this. Dudes, I got to scroll through your guys. That's the end of the stage, man. I'm just looking for new names at the last second. I don't want to miss anyone. Looks like Jurgen. Jurgen Dannen? Dude, your name sounds like an ex-pro from the past, a Belgian rider. Dannens. We just talked about Rudy Dannens a few days ago, Paris-Roubaix, where he crashed like 38 times in one race. Great commentary from Mikey. Mikey is in Humble, Texas, I believe. Tony saying, yes, Colin, we maybe love this podcast. Dude, red bibs, good for cherry accidents. Yes, exactly. Dudes, I wasn't even going to come on today. I felt so bad this morning. Like, I was just like dying this morning. I usually wake up like a ninja. I'm just on. And today, I was off. Something's floating around in my system. Yeah, dude, I can't believe we had 2 dudes from UAE today. Dave just said that. Dudes, don't forget to join the stage tomorrow. So, dudes, I got to catch up here. So, we're caught up. Roberto Lopez is from Lisbon. Okay, so Roberto, I don't know. Dude, is Roberto on the map? I think we have someone from Porto. Come on, map. Just give me a second, guys. We're going to look at the stage tomorrow. Don't miss it. Stage 7, into the mountains, bros. We're into the mountains tomorrow. Bang Fest, 150 Ks. If you like banging like as much as we do, yeah, watching the sprint against guys, Poggy pulled maybe a bike length on him, so pretty decent, maybe 2. Dude, I love Enric Mas. I love him right now. I love him. Win for me today, Ramses De Bruyne, for doing so much work in the breakaway all day. Big win, Enric Mas, catching Poggy. I bet you that surprised Poggy. Leading Poggy down the climb, the descent, and then finishing second place. And then Poggy gives him his watch afterwards. Dudes, yeah. So Roberto is from Lisbon. Okay, dude, I want to see if you're there first before I do this. We do have a couple of dudes from Portugal, but we need more. So we got Not That Donkey from Porto. We got Daniel Pinto. Dude, you're getting at it on. Roberto. I think Roberto Lopez, he said he was Lisbon. Porch. Dave from Vancouver. This is Threshold Meditation Training. Dave from Vancouver. Love your commenting. Love the show. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Dave, thank you so much, bro, from Vancouver. Love it. Dave, I got to get you out. Dudes, I got so much to do. Thomas Collins from Albania. Dude, we have no freaking Albanians yet. Thomas Collins. Okay, dudes, let me get this done here. Thomas Collins, Albania. And remember, I think I'm making the new pin map tonight. We're going to be heading over to Google Earth to do it. Vigilante Designs has said it. Guys, I know the map's screwed up. All we have so far is the lonely life. One small tear rolls down my face. Watch some of the older videos if you want to learn about Colin's life. The Inside Cycling World compound. It is a true compound. And then there is the lonely 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. I rarely go back to the Inside Cycling World compound anymore. But bros, tomorrow, 148 kilometers, category 2, 3, 3, time bonifications with sprints, a category 2, finishing up a category 1, up to a place called Velden Linares. It looks like it's about 10 kilometers at 6%. How early are we going to start this baby? And I'm doing all of it. And I'm doing all of it tomorrow. Sorry. That's stage 9. Stage 7 tomorrow starts at 5:40 in the morning, so it's perfect. I'll be awake for 2 hours at that point. Dudes, love it. This chat, best place on the planet for me. Nina, good point. I'm surprised half of them haven't got the flu after the hail on stage 3. Yeah, that's some of it. Dude, Salih, I'm going to add you to North Cyprus today. So we got you there. Dudes, thanks so much. What time is it for me here? It's 9:30 in the morning. So it wasn't the world's longest stage today, guys. For me, we started late. Hopefully we got more coverage coming up. I got some work to do. I got people to phone. I need to do a 50K bike ride today too. I haven't eaten for my 50K bike ride, so that's going to hurt. So I'm going to push that back a bit. Dudes, thanks for watching. Again, the channel keeps growing. I think we're over 33,000 subscribers now. So much support. Dudes, honestly, Message me directly anytime you want. Tell me your life story. As much as you want, as little as you want. And dude, love it. I absolutely love doing this. I would do this every day if it was possible. But for now, guys, I gotta jump. I gotta eat, and I'm going riding. So, dudes,